Richest Roots drink works for menstrual cramps and pain, migraines, fatigue, stress and tiredness, sinusitis, builds immune defense, bloating, enhances male bedroom prowess, and Richest Sorrel Roots drink works against all types of cancers and tumors, memory loss, high cholesterol, insomnia, nervous issues, flu, and many other illnesses. For your Richest Roots drink and Richest Sorrel Roots drink, contact us now via WhatsApp at 876-528-9534. Richest Roots drink and Richest Sorrel Roots drink. Richest, a true Jamaican experience.
The style of your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, people, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Trusting that everybody's doing okay. Everybody's doing well. I am your host, Coach Minzy, and this is the Coach's Desk, and we have a very special guest who will be joining us. The guest I see is already in the waiting room. So, people, tell your friend to tell your friend that everything is up and running. All right. So, people, please remember to hit the like button, like the stream, share up the stream quick and fast. Yeah, man, tell a friend to tell a friend that the big man, Craig Butler, is here. He'll be talking about the situation with Leon Bailey. A lot of speculation going around, a lot of rumors. But when you're a big baller still, you know, your name will always be called in situations like these. First, we have to big up our sponsors, Richest Roots Drink, Richest Sorrel Roots Drink, and Richest, a true Jamaican experience. So please remember, if you need to contact or you need to get some Richest Roots, link up Coach's Desk and we get you to the Richest boss. You know what I mean? Big up to everybody that is already in the stream, in the chat. Big up to all the persons over there on Facebook. We really appreciate you. And we don't want to keep the guest waiting for too long. So we're just going to get right into it. Before we get into it, I see Stacy here, consultant in the building. Big up yourself, Stacy. Big up the whole Florida. Same here. Really want to know what's going on. Check. Jason in the building. Hot Chili is here. Owen is here. Student Michael Elliott is here. Hot Chili. Fresh God is here. Big up yourself, Fresh God. The Capo. Humble Youth is here. Jobless is here. Who else is here? Rob Smith is here. Jamie Ricketts is here. Big up yourself. Brian Dren is here. Wayne Swire is here. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. All the people in the building. John Powell, top 10. Michael Woodburn. Joan Clark. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. So I'm going to get Craig online right now so we can dispel some rumors. You know what I mean? So that we can hear from the big man himself. Because like I said, you know, if you know people, I did a video about this, you know. I did a video before I bring in Mr. Butler. I just want to talk about this. I did a video about Leon Bailey is going to be a cameo baller, or is the coach being patient with him? And people thought that I was saying that he was a cameo baller. But little did they know, later on in the video, I said that I believe that the coach is being patient. They realized the injury that he had before, and they want to take time to ensure that he gets back to where he should be. So if you notice, they're giving him minutes first game, then the minutes are increasing, and it is increasing, and it is increasing. So don't worry about Leon Bailey. But let us hear it from the big man himself. Phoenix boss. Second time he's going to be on the Coach's Desk. He came on the Coach's Desk platform many months ago. Probably early last year. Yeah, probably early last year or late 2020. But, you know, Craig Butler is back. Welcome, Sir Butler.
Hey, How you
What's
doing?
up, man?
Just finished training, so kind of driving, but good to be here anyway. Thank you for having me,
Yeah, man, not
and
a
thank you
problem.
for
The
giving me
volume
an opportunity
is a
to
little bit
share up with you.
low. The volume is a little bit low, Sir Butler.
Volume is low.
Yeah, let us try to
Is
sort
it
that out.
up higher
But
now?
let me ask the people in the comment section: are you hearing clearly?
You hear now?
Yeah, man, I'm hearing you enough, but it's kind of low. But I think I can do enough to hear you.
Hold
But
on,
I
let me
want to
see.
know if the person's in the comment section if you're hearing. If you're hearing, just put a thumbs up in the. All right, all right. They said they are hearing you. Good, good, good. So welcome again to the coach's desk, Sir Butler. Your second time around here. We appreciate you taking the time out. And you have not reached home, but you decide to, stop by still. Um, we're hearing a lot of rumors about Leon Bailey. He will be leaving Aston Villa after only a year at Aston Villa because the new coach, Steven Gerrard, has new plans and the club is backing him to get in some new players so that they can achieve their goal of being competitive or even reaching Europe. So I want you to discuss or elaborate on that for the audience so that they can be aware what is happening. And people, if you don't know, Craig Butler is Leon's father and agent. Go ahead, Sir Butler.
First of all, Leon is a top talent, and second of all, Steven Gerrard is no fool. Um, they have been steadily getting in the minutes to build him up back to where he was. His injury before was serious, and didn't want to rush it back immediately. Leon is not the type of player that can give you 80% when he plays. He's going to give you 120%. He's a phoenix, and that is how he was raised. So they have to gradually bring him back into the game. These rumors, give me sport and all of these things. None of these things have actual interviews with Steven Gerrard himself or with the club himself, with Leon, with me, anyone who is intimately involved in any decision as it relates to a move. Leon has a contract of, I think, 4 years, and it makes very little sense to speculate about this. One thing I can tell you is that there's no intent for him to move at this time on the club's part or on our part. Yeah. There's been a sizable amount of investment on both sides. Leon taking the opportunity to go to Aston Villa and leaving Leverkusen to continue his path in terms of his football legacy, and Aston Villa investing a sizable amount of money and confidence in the player. Injuries will stop a player from time to time, and that player will be given the time by the club to recover properly. And if the club is smart and plans for the 4 years or more, then they will invest the time to get him back to 100% in the correct way. So, as his manager, I can very assuredly tell you that these rumors are ridiculous. You know?
And Craig, has there ever been a time when a player signs a multi-year deal like that and they were actually sold the following season?
Probably sometimes it happens when there's a big um, issue with the player and a possible coach. If they can't get along and they both want out, then they'll find a way to get the player out. But that is not the case with Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey is loved by the club, loved
Mm-hmm.
by the fans. Yeah, very highly scouted and touted before he went there. And Steven Gerrard loves Leon Bailey. In fact, remember, Leon Bailey was who killed Rangers in the Europa Cup when he played for Genk. And he also played against him with Leverkusen. So, and he has constantly been a thorn in Rangers' side. So Steven Gerrard knows what his capabilities are and what he's able to do. So he would rather have him as a part of his arsenal than to have him dropping bombs against him. And I'm really, really pleased to have Leon playing under Steven Gerrard. As Steven Gerrard, as a player, was always a hard worker, quality deliverer. And so as a coach, he also would push his players hard. And I think that is what Leon will need to get him to be one of, if not the best player in the world in years to come.
And so basically what I'm gathering, there, Craig, Leon Bailey and Steven Gerrard, they have no issue working with each other because Steven knew
None
about him
whatsoever. They have a
long
great deal of
before.
respect for each other.
Right.
Great deal of respect for each other and a great appreciation for what each other can bring to the table. And so Aston Villa would not have spent that much money and made that much effort to get Leon there. I think Leon was probably the first Aston Villa player signed in his own country. You understand?
Yes.
Which was one of the things we wanted because we wanted Leon to share this with Jamaica. You know, this opportunity, this accomplishment for Jamaica, with Jamaica, because we are Jamaica and we love our country. So Aston Villa would not have been as compliant and supportive to what we want to do and to Leon unless they believed in him.
So Craig, some of the fans are also saying that Leon Bailey will not get back in that starting 11. Do you
Well,
believe that
that's
that
why
is the
they're
case?
fans. That's why they're fans, and that's why we have coaches and players. There's a reason you're a fan. If you're a coach and a player, you wouldn't be able to. You wouldn't even be making those statements because getting into the starting 11 is not really what a fan decides. That's for Steven Gerrard to decide and for Leon to decide when he goes on the pitch. Because he can decide it by his performance. And he's done it before and he'll do it again.
Certainly. All right, so being that you would have had similar injury in a short space of time, is there anything new that Leon is doing right now in his regime, his nutrition, his training, personal training, and all of that would actually assist him in not having a reoccurrence of that injury or any other injury to a matter
Let
of
me
fact?
ask you a question. You ever
Mm-hmm.
do you understand what highly strung machines are like? For instance, a Ferrari or a Testarossa, a sports car. Yeah, they're different than a little sedan, you know.
Right.
Yeah. Why I'm saying this is, have you ever Googled how many times Arjen Robben has been injured?
Well, yes, he has. Well, I've not Googled it, but I know that he has been injured quite a number of times.
How many times Messi has been injured?
Quite a number of times. But Craig, I don't want you to
Okay.
get me wrong, you know. I know that injury is a demon of sports, you know.
No, it is not the demon of sports. It is a part of sports.
Well. but we don't like it, so we call it that.
No, it's a part of it. It's a part of even building or getting better.
But if you would agree with me though, Craig, that some athletes in whatever sports, they don't deal with injury very well.
No, I don't agree with you on that.
You don't agree?
Bolt, he was called useless Bolt when he pulled up with a hamstring injury when he was a younger runner. You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what has he done with history? Arjen Robben got injured over 100 times. Yet he has left the world with one of the greatest wingers that ever lived.
But Craig, the
During
point I'm
Leon's
making,
early career, his playing style and everything was likened to Aryan Robin. They call him the Wing Kings. Why
no,
do you not believe that is something that is as explosive as Leon Bailey is? They wouldn't come to a time when he would have an injury, where his body would have to grow and build on it and get stronger.
no, hear me, Craig. I believe, and this is my belief. I believe that injury is a demon of sports. You say it's a part of sport. You have some athletes, footballers, basketballers, and I'm not saying all of them, because you have persons who can deal with the psychological effect that injuries carry. So not many athletes can deal with it.
Leon Bailey
And
had a
that's my
hamstring
belief.
injury, and when he came back, he bust the net
Yeah, man.
and scored a corner kick.
But I'm not categorizing Leon in it, you know. I just want to know how strong mentally he is now, since we are talking to you,
But I
to
just
find
gave you
out
the
if
answer.
he's able to get over this thing
But
in
I
terms
gave you
of.
the answer. He had an injury similar to this, and he
Mhm.
came back and bust the net and scored a corner kick. Do you know what
Right.
it takes to score a corner kick at the Premier League level? You know what? What type of mentality you have to have, how audacious and confident you have to kick a corner kick to the goal.
That's true.
Okay. So to
But
come off an injury and do that, that tells you the type of player Leon is and whether or not he's able to overcome it.
So you're saying then that he's not doing anything different then? Because of.
No, he's
Okay.
as you get older, you start to eat better, you sleep better, you focus on your recovery better, you understand your body better. When you're a young buck, you just run. When I was younger, I remember I was physically able to just run, train. As I got older and my metabolism started to change, I had to change how I trained. As a top player, you know that?
Yeah. But that's
Even
the point
today,
I was making, you know.
Even today,
That's the
at
point I was
53 years
making.
old, I had to show a defender how to properly deal with a winger in training today.
But Craig,
my
that's the
wife was
point I
there
was
looking at
making,
me
though,
and
you know.
saying, Craig, you're a top guy.
That's the point I wanted to make, though, Craig, that after having those injuries, if he'd be doing something different, and I do believe that he has to do something different. Because like you
Look
said,
here,
the older
Steve.
you
As
get.
I said, you see Steven Gerrard? The man cut out ketchup.
Okay.
He watches the diet of his players. They have to do what? You have to understand. That's one of the reasons why I'm happy that Steven is there. It doesn't mean that Leon has to change too much. He just has to eat better, train better, recover better. And he has been doing well, very well. And he has showed himself coming in step by step. So I've told him, don't push at 100 because Leon is 120% man. Take your time, phase it in. And he will. You know, he will do well for the rest of this season. And come next season, he will be the man.
Why I asked, Craig, because I noticed that they were emphasizing that he was actually getting ahead of schedule in terms of his recovery. So that's why I asked if he's doing anything different because he seemed to have speed up his recovery based on probably what he was doing.
He's ahead of schedule because he's a phoenix, because he's used to training as a kid 5-6 hours a day, being pushed beyond his limits. So his body and his recovery, his mentality is going to be little different from the average player that gets an injury. He wants to come back, he wants to play, he wants to get better, so he's doing everything in his power to become strong and get ready again. And he is strong and ready, and he's delivering now, so I'm pretty comfortable with what I'm seeing.
All right.
What you should ask me about now is this under 20.
Well, I
And
know we soon get there,
plethora
man.
of
We
talent
soon
that we
get
have
there.
here that we're
We
wasting.
soon get there, Craig. We soon get there. Just a few more questions on Leon Bailey. In terms of the system that Steven Gerrard plays, will Leon Bailey be able to adjust to that sort of football? Because it seems different from what Dean had before when he was there at Aston Villa. And I know
What system does
Leon is
Steven
used to
Gerrard play?
coach changes and all of that. But I wanted to know.
What system does Steven Gerrard play?
He seems to be more compact, not sort of using wide players. And Leon is a wide player.
Do you know what position was Leon's position at Genk in U17, U19, U20?
Tell us.
Centre forward, number
Center
9.
forward.
Leon
Okay.
has played at Phoenix. We have our players playing almost every position, right?
Okay.
So Leon can play left back, right back, centre half, central midfield, attacking midfield. The only position he doesn't play is goalkeeper. And
Yes.
that's one of the reasons why we do that, because you have different coaches that will probably want to utilize your talents in different ways. So it's important that you're prepared for that.
Okay. So you believe he's gonna be exploding next season?
I don't believe. I know my players.
Okay.
I know for a fact. I believe in Leon, and you need to understand this is a totally different type of player than the average footballer that you have out there. He's a sprinter that can play football. Now, how many sprinters you know do not get hamstring injuries? Tell me one.
How many sprinters?
How many sprinters do you know that have not gotten hamstring injuries?
Most of them got.
Turn on the AC in office. Huh? Answer me that.
Well, most sprinters have gotten hamstring injuries.
So what you worry about Chippy for?
Boss man, we don't worry about it, man. Craig, you can turn the phone on landscape so we get rid of those black spots.
You go down?
Yeah, man. They look better, some man. We not worry about the ball, but you're here, so we are talking to you and ask you the questions them. You know what I mean?
What I don't like is when you get Leon has had, I think, maybe 500 articles. And the one that come out with some little clown speculating that he may leave. Speculating. All of you guys are jumping up. Is Leon Bailey leaving? Is he going to be sold? If Leon Bailey leaves Aston Villa, 3 things have to happen. The player has to want to leave, the club has to want him to leave, the coach has to want him to leave, and the other club has to have the money to pay for him. It's not going to happen. Because none of those factors are there.
Yeah. Well, a comment in the comment section coming. Hold on, let me find it. From Brain Drain, Leon is injury prone with recurrent hamstring injuries. In addition, a new coach who did not recruit him, trouble in paradise. How you respond to
All
that?
right. Again, this shows that his name is correct. He has had a brain drain. 2 or 3 injuries does not make you injury prone. Leon has not had an injury before this in his entire life. You understand, Mr. Minzy?
Yes.
So, if he gets 3 injuries and he's injured for a period of 6 months to a year, out of a career that has been going since he was 5 years old, I think it's below the average of people that play wing and get injured. Let me ask you a question. You know the winger that plays for Bayern Munich? Pick one of them. The French one. What's his name?
The French one.
Yeah.
You know, me don't know the Bayern Munich player them so much.
Anyway, he has injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Lewandowski gets injuries. The goalkeeper get injuries. Wasn't the goalkeeper injured the other day for a good while? The captain? The goalkeeper from Bayern Munich, wasn't he injured?
All right, come at me now, here so clearly correct.
The goalkeeper from Bayern Munich, was he injured? Hi, Brandon.
You're asking if he was injured?
Yes. What's the goal? Hold on.
That's Manuel Neuer, right?
What's the goalkeeper from Bayern Munich name again?
Neuer.
Manuel Neuer. Wasn't he injured the other day? Do you see Germans running around saying he's injury prone, let's get rid of him?
But Germans have some of my best doctors them still in a Craig.
Exactly.
So them not gonna worry about that.
Getting the best doctors that he could have gotten, and his recovery is there. Brandon, what's the winger from France name that plays for Bayern Munich?
Coleman.
Kingsley Coleman. How many injuries Kingsley Coleman got last year? Ribery, how many injuries he got?
Yeah, man. Them man they get all for injuries.
Winking himself. Aaron Robin, how much injuries he got? Marshall, didn't he get the injuries the other day? Is anybody writing off their careers?
No.
The biggest problem we have with them, with our own Jamaican people, is the friggin' bad mind runs so deep that any little opportunity for try and make a next man come down and a jump at it. Brain drain. Keep your name.
We're saying brain a drain.
Yes. Historically, there was something called a brain drain. That was when talented people left our country to go and get opportunities in England and the USA. So I can understand why he would probably use that name and then make comments like what he did. Because I'm a sellout. You get me? Right now, what Leon needs is the support of his country. Every day that boy gets up, he preach Jamaica, he breathe Jamaica. He saw a video the other day with a little boy in the country that was having a rough time, and he sent me a message that he was moved to tears. He wanted to help. That is the nature of the person called Leon Bailey that I'm not talking about and chatting foolishness. Support the youth. Build the youth, build up your team, build up your country. Stop fighting against people. If you have talent in Phoenix that is good enough and to play in the under 20, don't fight them. Don't put them down. Big them up and put them in. Not because Craig Butler is not coaching the team or in the team to push them himself. They are Jamaicans. Stop fight them. Give them chance. And if it's 10 of them, give them chance. It's 10 of them. It's 10 top quality players. So let us talk about that. And allow Leon, because Leon is going to make everybody eat them words. As he has done over and over, and I'm not tired. You remember when Vin Blaine said the man is an ordinary player? And have a run left Jamaica.
Yeah, you really want to go back there, Sir Craig?
Yes.
Hey, the argument they get traction for almost a year, you know.
It should have gotten traction for the rest of his career.
Everywhere we hear the argument there. So we don't really want to go there. But I mean, Leon is a very good baller for me.
He's not a good baller. He's the best footballer this country has ever produced. And he's the most successful.
All right, somebody's saying, Formula, big up yourself. Craig, I don't think people is trying to tear down Leon. I think fans are just very concerned about the player constant injury issues in the last 8 to 9 months.
Constant. How that work? You get 2 injuries and it's constant? How that work? Where you get that?
I think it's coming from I don't want to answer for him, but I think it is coming from when at the close to the end of the season when he got the toe injury at Leverkusen. Then Gold
Then if
Cup.
a man jump and step on your toe, what you gonna do? With him studs, you know what that is?
Yeah, man, we know so that bird, man.
Yo, so you
Yes, if it break.
understand, at that level, is metal studs and we're here?
Yeah, man, we know side, man.
Yeah, anyone, let's bring one. This is Leon's boots. This is what they wear. Just imagine a man a step on your toe with the whole line body weight on your big toe. Listen, these things happen.
Craig, your people, they must say, you know, when they're is asking legitimate questions, deemed to be fighting someone. So, you know, Leon a top baller, but he's not loved by everybody, and we have to be clear about that. Even probably in the Aston Villa team, he's not loved by all the fans. It's just part of the thing. It's just part of the whole thing of you.
But I don't really care about that. Why are you asking me about fans? I can't make everybody love Leon or love me.
Yeah, no, but the point I'm making, Craig, is that the question that was asked, and somebody's asserting that you thought to think that people are being bad mind by say asking legitimate questions. So that's
what is legitimate about us saying that a man is going to be how legitimate do you get to that man having an injury and then no coach say nothing, the player don't say nothing?
We're not hearing Craig. Look like a call come in. Yeah, once a call come in, you have to go jump off and jump on, but because we're not going to hear you. Probably him take a call, people. He's on his phone. Probably him take a call. All right, so we are waiting to come back.
I'm back now. You hearing
me?
Yeah,
we're hearing you now.
Yeah. All right, so Brandon, I'm on an interview here. Yeah, but I'm on an interview, so if you want to talk, you have to go over the other side. Dip, turn on the AC for me, please. Yeah, so as I was saying, right, it's not about having a legitimate question. The word legitimate, yeah, would mean that there's legitimacy to the statement the person is making. Yeah? Now, if someone gets 2 injuries in a row, it's not career ending. And if you have no one from the club saying they want to sell the player, and you have the player not interested in moving, and he has a contract of X, and he's getting more and more playing time each game coming back from his injury, why are you coming here to talk about you have a legitimate concern? You don't have shit. Excuse my language. What you have is a decision to make the player look bad. What you should be doing is saying, hey, Leon is a Jamaican. I'm totally supportive of him. I'm looking forward to him doing great things when he comes back. Hurry up and get better soon, Leon. Arjen Robben has been injured 100 times, and you don't hear the Dutch people looking to move him and say bad things about him. He's not injury prone. He got 2 injuries. And he's 24. Come on.
Okay. You thought that he returned too early after the toe injury?
No. Okay. Did he get another toe injury?
No. Not that I know of. We have heard about
did he get another foot injury, ankle injury? No. So how the toe will affect a hamstring? What happened? And I will say it again. I blame the JFF up till that point when Leon started to get hamstring injuries. Because at that point, up to that point, until he made that statement, and until I said you need to have contracts with the players to make demands on them, or to tell them not to talk. Yeah? They were having players traveling for 9-10 hours in what do you call it? Not business class. What do you call the other little one? Ordinary seats. Now, when you have a player traveling, a professional footballer traveling to come and play for the country, and he's playing in a game 2 days after he lands, and you make him travel 10 hours in economy, and he lands and he has jet lag and he trains, the player going to get injured. And that's how Leon got his first injury, his first hamstring injury. Yeah? Now, after that, things changed. And things are looking better now with the JFF. They have contracts with their players. They're being more professional now in terms of how they deal with travel and all of that. And good job, Roy Simpson. But it took a Craig Butler to say, listen, this is wrong. This is not professional. This is not how you deal with your players. And it took an injury to Leon to make things change. So, after that, you know, he's getting better, he's getting stronger. And there's a period of time, you see. This is how life is. It's when you're about to... Dante! Hold on. Dante! So when you have a coach's voice, you can project your voice in. Please just bring the charger for me, this phone going dead. Love your son. Yeah. So the where was I? I get old enough.
Yeah, man. The injury on because of the travel.
Yeah, the injury because of the travel, right? That happened. I was going to say to you that when you in business, right? When you go from, you know, when businesses usually fail, but when they're a small mom and pop business, they're okay. They can give great service and they can take care of everything and manage it. It's when they start to move and the business starts to grow and they have more customers and they have more demands. That is when they have to put a lot more work into research and development and prepare their infrastructure properly. There's no difference with a footballer. When you're young and you're playing for fun and you're just going through the motions and you're eating what you want to eat, train how you want to train, check your girlfriends and all of those things, it's all fun. But the more professional you get and the more demands that are placed on your body is the more you have to adjust. Yeah? And so each professional footballer, when they reach around the age of Leon, between 22 and 24, they usually go through a phase where they start to get a couple injuries. They start to change their mindset. Instead of going out and having girlfriends and partying, they settle down, they have a kid, they get married, they buy their house, and they become men. And becoming a man has a lot to do with the pathway that Leon's injuries took him on. And that happens with every player, every single player. If you look at all of them, if you Google right now, go on Transfermarkt or just Google Arjen Robben injuries. And you see how many injuries he has had. And he plays similar to Leon. And then look at how many games he has played and how much success he has had at the same time. So for us as Jamaicans to get up and start, oh, Leon, because he's not playing a lot of games, he's not gonna be a starter. Look here, if Steve Gerrard didn't believe in Leon, he would not be getting the playing time that he's getting now, coming off of an injury. Because there are a lot of other choices that are not coming off of injuries that are available in the club.
Yeah.
Clear?
Yeah, man.
Talk to me about the under-20s. Do not avoid it because it's important.
No, we can't avoid that, Craig. That can't
because this conversation that I'm about to have with you about the under-20s is one that I tried to have about Leon when they were blocking him from the under-20. Leon didn't play under-20 for Jamaica. Nor did Kyle, nor did Kemar Reed, nor did any of these top players that were available, because they came from Phoenix. I do not want history to repeat itself. I do not want to see the players playing with no system again. Yeah, doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Dip, if you look in this pouch or something. You understand? No.
Mm-hmm.
I have a player, two players, actually two players, but one is Nigerian, that was just sent to Ohio. Yeah? MLS. Yeah? Another one that was sent to Seattle. Another one that went to North Carolina. Two that are now at Cincinnati on trial. All under 20. We have one that is playing for FC Fortuna Cologne right now. All under 20s, under big man. We have Dujon Richards and all of England, if he had an English passport.
Looks
3-1.
like Craig Freeze. Are waiting until it melt and forward. But apparently it's some internet issues now. So let us wait until he returns. All right, Mr. Hey, comment section I get hot enough, people. Based on some good thing I may ask him. What really I go under the comment section? Where's the injury prone will trigger human emotions? Jano. Then if you freeze. Yeah, man, it's supposed to have some internet issue there. Hey. All right, me check out some of the comments in the comment section in the meantime. Because we know Craig will return, you know. He will return. But I don't even know where to start with the comments. A whole heap of comments, you know. All right, me start right here. So, what's trending? Coach, the question is even when Leon is fit, who is going to start over at Aston Villa? Please ask Mr. Butler. All right. He's not here to answer that. Big up Leon. Me say his success is Jamaica's success, regardless of Craig's perceived confrontational reputation. Killer Bean a who? Yeah, man. Killer Bean. Fresh guy, Jason, best to ignore him. You can tell he's very young. CB, how about getting up and stretching every day? Well, I guess once they train, you know, you have to do stretches every day. Yeah, man, you're back. Yeah, man, I'm hearing you, Craig.
All right, sorry, I had some technical difficulty with Dante.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you were speaking about some players. So see, Craig melt again, people. He's back. He was frozen just now. Everything melt out and ready to go. Go ahead.
All right, listen. Phoenix All-Stars Football Academy, U19. Last year, August, went to England. Yes? They played. You're aware of this, correct?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
They played against Aston Villa, U19. Now, Aston Villa, U19, are the FA Cup champions of England. Do you know what that means? For those who may not know, let's make it clear. The FA Cup is played by every team in England. It's a knockout competition. Everybody play everybody. Knockout until there's a winner. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So just like how you have the English FA Cup for the Premier League, you have English FA Cup for the U19. Right? Now, if Aston Villa won the FA Cup for the U19, it means they're beating everybody at that level in England. Correct? To win. Yes or no?
Must win, man.
Okay. Now, if we have one, thank you.
You see?
Thank you. Yeah, if we have one, if we play them and we beat them by 7 goals to 4, we didn't beat them by 1-0 or 2-0. Yeah, but we scored 7 goals against them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then we played Crystal Palace. Now, Crystal Palace is the league champions U19 of England. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
They have FA Cup, everybody play. I have league champions, U19, Premier League. League champions are Crystal Palace. And Phoenix U19 beat them by 5 goals to 0. So Aston Villa gets 7-4. Crystal Palace league champions get 5-0. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you're talking about the players that are at lower level clubs and you're considering inviting them because they're from England and willing to play for Jamaica, and you're inviting them over the Phoenix players that are here, it's just foreign mind.
Hold on. Somebody said there's no U19 Premier League. It's U18.
Whatever it is, Aston Villa is champion.
Mm-hmm.
And that was last year.
Right.
So this year, them is 19. So this year, they'll be able to qualify. Whoever could play for Jamaica would qualify from there. So that's the age group that will be playing under 20 for Jamaica under 20. If any of them can qualify with passport or whatever. So, if that be the case, and it is not a personal vendetta against Phoenix or whatever, and you want to have a fair platform, yes? You cannot just say, take one player from Phoenix. Because it's not one player beat those clubs. Brentford. We played a plethora of English clubs and we won all the games. The only reason these players are not signed in England now is because they don't have British passports. So the fact that someone has a British passport and a Jamaican passport will allow them to play in these U19s or U21s in England and also qualify to play in Jamaica. The fact that our Jamaican players who play for Phoenix do not have a British passport is what stops them from playing right now at Manchester City, because it's not their ability, because they beat everybody else. To test the waters, I sent 3 of my players to Brookhouse College in England. Now, Brookhouse College plays against the big club academy teams, Tottenham, Aston Villa, Leicester City, Manchester City, and Dujon Richards score goals left, right, and center and beat everybody. Jade Clark is doing the same. They're playing against Tottenham, they're playing against Manchester City, they're playing against Leicester City, and Dujon Richards is scoring and winning. This is Whisper.
Yeah, man.
Now, it is not to say that Whisper is our only player. It is just that maybe that's the one I can afford to send to just show the world what we can do. Just like how Leon Bailey and Kyle Butler and Kevin Atkinson were not our only players at Phoenix at the time. But that's what I could only manage X at a time. Now, Kemar Reed is probably the top scorer in Malta at this time. He's playing for Floriana, one of the biggest clubs. He scores week in, week out. But nobody don't look at him yet. They don't look at him at U20. They didn't look at him when he was out here, and I made him play for Sporting Central and scoring goals left, right, and center. They didn't look at Kyle when Kyle was the top scorer of the under-21, of the Belgian under-21, and top scored the league and won the league. So what I'm saying to you is this. If we're going to actually do well, the first thing we need is a proper system in place, a system of play. Mm-hmm. The second thing we need is a fair look for all players. Now, Cavaliers Football Club won the Premier League last year, and they won it with fairly young players. Yeah? There's King, there's a few good young players. And I'm sure how many of them can play under 20 now. But Dujon Richards plays for Phoenix. Xander Bicknell plays for Phoenix. Dante Duncan plays for Phoenix, a top winger. He's going to Belgium in a couple of weeks. Mario Sims plays for Phoenix, and he's now in Ohio. Yeah? Kenaldo Reed. Kenaldo. We call him Termite. Brown. Kenaldo Brown. Plays for Phoenix. Winger. So, if you're going to look, make sure you're looking, because guess what? We play Waterhouse with our Phoenix U19s, and we're beating Waterhouse. Where's Waterhouse in the Premier League right now? Second. They're second in the Premier League. And every time we play them in a practice match, we either beat them or draw. We never lose to them.
Your Phoenix team?
Yes. Every time we play Cavaliers in a practice match, and we've played them, the last 2 practice games have been 2-all draws. And this is with their Premier League team. So, how can you now look at me and not be salivating for these players to play for your under 20? When scouts have come down here and taken 10 players, not 1, not 2, but 10 players to Europe, when the government is giving us a huge amount of support from the Ministry of Sports in order to get these players. Because, sometimes you need assistance and support. And the government is behind us 100% because they see what we're able to do. They see the effort. They see how much we have put Jamaica on the map. Why do you think 10 MLS scouts flew down to Jamaica? They flew down to Jamaica because of the results that we had in England. And they're not stupid, they're businessmen. So I say, okay, they can't sign in England now. If we can get some of them into our club early, make them play in the MLS, then we can get some of the money, the sell-on money, and sell them into England and into Germany. Business. But what? They're not getting their national caps. Why? Oh, you can only just give me like your 3 players, your 3 best players. No. Because my 10 best players are better than what you have out there. They've accomplished more. I played Manning Cup with a team that nobody even heard of. Yes or no? Minzy?
I was muted. Yeah, man. Nobody never know about them.
Nobody knew about them. But yet, you could see a system being played. You could see players attacking, creative players running into space. We had the most shots in Manning Cup. You knew that?
The most what?
The most shots on goal in Manning Cup was Mona High School.
Okay.
Yeah? The most corners, Mona High School. Yeah? So we were the most creative team in the Manning Cup. My goalkeeper was going up for headers in the Manning Cup. My goalkeeper. Against what them name Kingston Technical? Kingston Technical won the Manning Cup and they got 5-0 from us in the semi-finals. Not Manning Cup, the Walker Cup. And they got 5-0 from Mona High School. Not 1-0, not 2-0, but 5. You understand? On a technicality, we didn't play the final. But are those players not to be considered for under 20? You answer me. I can't hear you.
I see a lot of things running in the chat. I don't know where the information them come from. People are say it's a development tal Aston Villa team play, not the FA Youth cup winning team. And most of the players were like 19 and over.
Most of which players? My players?
Well, that's not what that is not clear. So you probably can clear up that.
All right, let's get this clear. Okay? Dante went upstairs. Dante Peralta just turned 15 years old. He was a starting centre half. Don Hugh Mitchell is 17 years old. He was the other starting centre half. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mario Sims is 18 years old. He's the attacking midfielder that has gone to Seattle. Dante Duncan is 18 years old. He's the winger. Dejan Richards is what at the time was 15 years old. He's now 16. Yeah? The right back, Matthew Hibbert, who played striker for the Mona High School team. He's 16 years old. The goalkeeper, Akeem Bernard, who played for Mona High School, is 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not getting a little idiot story from it. That me can't take certain people in a brother. They try everything to bury things. Which developmental team? Brother, Johan is a technical director of Aston Villa. He arranged the game. I don't play against developmental teams. I don't pay my money and go up on a plane and fly to England for playing a developmental team. You understand? The game was played on their brand new grounds with their U19. And after the game, you can see it's posted on YouTube what the technical director of the youth had to say about our academy. I will tell you, he said that our style of play is beautiful, our attacking play is relentless, and he's very impressed by it.
Cool.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
The technical director said he was interested in 2 players, the winger, which is Whisper, and the central midfielder, which is Mario Sims. He said those 2 caught his eye. And if he could have signed them now, he would have. But in order for him to do that, they can't get a work permit.
Right.
Because they don't have the caps for their country.
Mm-hmm.
And if he was to sign them, he'd have to pay over £10 million for them. That's the rules in England. And they would sign as extraordinary talents, like how Leon was. Leon never have to play for Jamaica for getting work permit in England. You know? I made sure of that by taking him the route that I take him. You understand? Build him name, build him reputation, play in Belgium the well, play in Germany the well, and then it's a no-brainer for them to pay over 10 million euros for him. You 10 million pounds for him. It's the same thing we're going to do with Whisper, the same thing we're going to do with Xander, the same thing we're doing with all of those players. Xander Bicknell is just turned 17-year-old. He plays under 17 for Fortuna Cologne. Dante Peralta is 16 years old. He also played in Germany.
So Craig, you essentially you're saying that
hold on. And those same players are playing against Cavaliers at Waterhouse Premier League. and we're not losing to them. And that's a big Australian man, the man I play against. So why not pick them for your under 20?
So that's where I was getting at, you know. So your players, them essentially are supposed to be picked for the under 20 competition.
Of course.
Are you saying all of them are just a few of them?
If they had played for any other club in Jamaica, you don't think they'd be screaming at them, or any other school? If then they play for KC or JC, you don't think so them are screaming, begging them for come?
Could be a possibility.
If you have a player in Germany playing for Fortuna Cologne, and he came out of Cavaliers, or he came out of Ballers, or one of them other people that are affiliated with the JFF, you don't think you'd be called for the under 20? Are we going to repeat the same thing where we didn't call Leon Bailey for the under 20 of Jamaica and got our asses handed to us on a plate in our own national stadium and didn't win one game? Is that what we're going to do again? Is that where Jamaica's football is going? Or are we going to nurture the great talent that has been out there? Whether you like me or not, I'm the best at what I do. Phoenix Sports Management is ranked number 19th in the world with millions of sports agents. We're number 19 on cumulative transfers. In other words, how much we transfer a player for. It means that we are sell player. You understand? Phoenix All-Stars Football Academy is ranked the number one privately owned academy in the world by FIFA.
Rank number what?
Number one privately owned academy in the world by FIFA. In other words, the number one academy that's not affiliated to a club. You get me? Like IMG and all of those, we're ranked higher than them. We're higher than them. And we train on a little dirt field because they were having a conference, a legal conference at FIFA. And they asked the head of Leverkusen at the time, is their lawyer, who do you think is the best academy? And one man said IMG, another man would say the one out in Saudi Arabia that control open, and the guy who was leading the conference said, no, it's Phoenix All-Stars Football Academy. And they said, why? Because they have produced 23 professional footballers at different levels, playing all over Europe.
All right, a question here. Two-part question. What's the score against Brentford for the Phoenix team? And Mr. Butler, can you assess Cameron Archer? Is that Jadine Bides and Aaron Ramsey from the game that you played against Phoenix that you beat Villa?
Your brother, man. Craig Butler was not in Aston Villa. I sent my wife and Nicola Bicknell and my daughter as the managers of the team. I don't access players. I don't have a team that I like. I don't follow Manchester United or Chelsea or anybody else.
It's a straight Phoenix.
I just do Phoenix.
So you know support Aston Villa. Hey, a lot of us support Aston Villa because Bailey there.
No. I support Aston Villa because Leon plays.
Right, and I see him thing with the Jamaican fans.
And I support Leverkusen because Leon plays. And I supported Genk and still support Genk because Leon played. But if you ask me if I have a favorite personal team, no, I don't.
Okay. Straight Phoenix.
My favorite team is Phoenix. I only do Phoenix. That's my job. I develop Phoenix players. What do you do for a living, coach?
I'm an educator, you know.
So you work, you teach?
Yeah, I'm a coach as well.
Right, and you coach?
Yeah.
Let me tell you what I do. And I don't know if it's the same for you. I worked in technology for many, many years. Yeah? I was a GM for Toshiba for the Caribbean. I was the regional manager for Conica Minolta for the tri-state area, Connecticut, New York, New Jersey. Many, many years. But I don't carry my work home. It's a practice. I don't carry my work home. So I don't come home and start to look at how other companies do their solutions. I just do my work, execute it, go home. So football is now my work. So I just do Phoenix, go home, hug up my children, hug up my wife, play with my dog them, play around, tweak my little Jeep Wrangler them, and feed my fish and go to my bed. I can appreciate other good players when I see them. I can respect and appreciate the work that other people put into their academies. I have a lot of respect for what Speed did. Because he pushed young players and he played in Premier League and he won. Yeah?
Yeah. But somebody said that when he was on Ryan's show, he said that he's going to be picking players from your academy.
Well, that's fine.
But are you saying that the entire academy 11 should be in the team?
All right, let's go over some players, right? And you tell me if you think they should have a call. Dujon Richards.
That's a whisper.
Yeah, 2 goals against Manchester City. I think 16 goals on a 9-game tour of England. Yeah? Shattered the Pepsi goal scoring record for Kingston College, scoring 26 goals in something like 15 games. You don't think he should be called for under 20?
Oh, whisper?
Yeah.
Without doubt.
Okay, stop now. Mario Sims played for Mona High School, worked with me, played against Waterhouse, beat them, scored, played against Cavaliers, scored, went to Seattle, them love him, and he's now about to sign a professional contract. You don't think you should call him for your under 20?
But Craig, Mr. Speed, in all honesty, before you go on to the other players, Mr. Speed did say that he has about 50 players that they are looking at. So 50 is a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, your players could be in it.
Hey, I don't have a problem with that now. What I'm saying though is, apart from these players, I'm just worried that they're going to leave out some that should be there. You're going to leave out one that is 15 or 16 and say, him want players who are bigger and strong. If them money are beat Aston Villa.
Like who?
Let me give you an example. There's a kid called Denzel McKenzie. He's 15. I think he's the best midfielder in Jamaica right now.
That's
McKenzie. They call him
McKenzie.
Theo. Tottenham, love him. Want him. And can't get him because he don't have no British passport. But he's 15. When we play against Cavaliers the other day, it's him that plays centre half. And we draw 2-2. You will not call him because he's 15? You know, Sir Alex Ferguson once said, if he is good enough, he's old enough. You understand that point?
Say it again.
If he is good enough, he's old enough.
Say it again.
If he is good enough, he is old enough.
All right. It must have reached somewhere. That's the reason why I asked you to repeat it.
Sir Alex Ferguson, boss Wayne Rooney when he young. Don't it?
Yeah, man. Ronaldo.
What the other one name?
Cristiano. Gigs.
There's one currently now that got injured the other day. Brandon, what's the forward for Manchester United, young player? Rashford. Yeah. Rashford was in high school doing his schoolwork and stuff, and had to go and do homework.
Yeah, man.
When he was playing for Manchester United. If Rashford was in Jamaica, with our mentality, at that time, he probably wouldn't get called for the under 20. Because you want 18 and 19-year-olds. When Leon, and this is what I'm trying to get on the head of the man them head for fix, brother. When Leon won the MVP of under 13, under 15, and under 17 in the same year and top scored the whole of them, Leon was not called for Jamaica's under 17. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm.
I could go again because it's on record. At 12 years old, Chippy, top scorer under 13, top scorer under 15, top scorer under 17, and get MVP for all of them. If you Google it right now, it's a Papi and Youngster steals the show at Kasafa Awards. You see a picture with Leon Bailey and Latoy. What's your name? Latoy.
Lawrence from Florence.
It's not Lawrence, you know. Right? From Flo. At the time, she was at Claro. Yeah? And let this sink in. The players that he dominated against and top scored against got called for the national under 17, and Leon Bailey was not called. Is it the frigate? Is it the mentality? Is it the challenge I'm having?
Mm-hmm.
Theo is playing against your Premier League team, Mr. Speed, and Fuzzy Premier League team. And he's starting at central defender. And he is either beating your team or drawing with your team. And you're not calling him for the under 20. How the maths they go?
Probably algebra.
Do the maths around. Switch it up a little bit. Take Theo, put him to Jamaica College, have him play for JC, have him play for Ballers, have him play for Cavaliers, put him in Cavaliers Premier League team, have him play against Phoenix, draw with Phoenix. Would he be in the national under 20 right now? Would there be any doubt? No, there would not. Yeah? What I'm saying to you is this country needs to have a systematic method of selection of players.
True.
As proper scouting system, a proper record system. For example, you know what these are? See them here? It's called Apex GPS systems. Or players. Look what it says. See what the first one say? What it say? Strikers data. See there?
Right.
Wingers data. Midfield data. Defenders data. You know what I'm doing? Every time my players play, they wear these. When they wear them, it tells me how much kilometers they're running. Yeah?
How many kilometers they cover?
Yeah, how much kilometers they cover. How many sprints they did. What their heart rate was, that. And then it's compared with what Champions League players and other top academy players are doing worldwide.
So you store that on a hard drive, right?
Yeah. So I can tell you whether or not our players are at the same level or they're not at the same level in terms of physical running, fitness. Yeah. I
You can
also
donate some
have
of that to JFF.
this camera. I don't know if you can see it behind me. Let me tell you, it's uploading now. You see that green thing down there?
Mm-hmm.
That right there?
Yeah, yeah.
What's it called, Brandon?
Vio.
The what?
Vio.
A VIO.
Yeah.
Brandon, tell them what the VIO is. Come in, please.
It's a stationary camera in the midfield that goes up high with big pole, if you can see, and it automatically records the match, goes back and forth, and then it also has data which shows like the momentum of the match, hot spots of the field,
How many shots were taken?
Goals, all that.
Goals,
So
how many
heat map
shots,
as
how
well.
many corners, all the statistical data on every player.
Okay, okay.
So what I'm doing is taking the technology to another level with the football.
So yeah,
You
up the
understand?
science.
Yeah. Yeah. So we kind of dip on a different level, brother. So you can't tell me, say my player is 15 or 16, but him shouldn't be in the under 20 when him running and playing, running more kilometers, more sprints than the Premier League is doing in Jamaica. Yeah, or at the same level of Champions League players.
No, but Craig, I want you to answer the question specifically because there's a burning question on the screen. I asked you already, but you never
But I don't
answered.
know. Hold on, let me just check a second. Ask Bikey, what was the score when they played in the Brentford game?
Brentford?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. The next question is that be specific. How many of your players do you want to be a part of the team? So if you had to, if you have a choice, how many of them would you ensure?
Here's what. Here's the facts of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
When you're a coach, you will like some players and you may not like other players, right?
That's true.
Some players may fit in your system, others may not. I've seen players that people think are great, and when I wouldn't consider them for Phoenix or to continue on a path of professional football. I've sent players on trial to clubs, and the clubs said the players are not good. Yeah.
I didn't press the wrong button. Once a scrimmage goal do not mean anything. All right. Leon Bailey is special. Don't get it twisted. Every baller goes through a phase, especially when they are injury prone. Don't say that.
My bad here, they never play against Brentford. Call him for me.
The scouts were there.
Call him for me. The scouts from Brentford were there, but call him for me. My bad here. Let me get it clear.
Yeah, man. All right, so Craig is apologizing. They didn't play against Brentford.
Yeah, but I don't want my credibility look away because I never really checked still. But them played that the scouts from Brentford were there. Call back for me.
I think he's taking a shower.
Who is there?
Who's there?
Called him, yeah. Yeah, so for example, as I was saying, you have players that did come here. Didn't play against Brentford. Who you played against?
Played against Crystal Palace, Aston Villa, John Medeski or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
Who else? That had the Brentford players.
No, Reading.
Reading had the Reading players.
Yeah.
Okay, Reading. Who else?
We played against Harbour Town.
Harbour.
Port Vale.
Port Vale.
What
that on him? Sheffield United.
Sheffield United, yes.
Who else?
And I have to check back on my phone. My phone has all the matches and all that.
Go check it out, man.
You say
It's not that important, but I'd like to just. Anyway, played one of the most important teams we played against: Crystal Palace and Aston Villa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, league champion, FA Cup champion. Right. So as I was saying, when I play, what I don't say that 10 players from Phoenix must be starting in that under 20 or whatever.
Oh, Colchester was the last one.
Colchester was one of the other clubs who played against. Yeah? How much are you Colchester?
5-1.
You Colchester 5-1.
John Medeski is 5-4. Harborough FC was 8-2. Port Vale 3-3. Sheffield United was 5-1. We lost that one. And Crystal Palace was 5-0-1. Aston Villa 7-4 win.
All right, so basically you can see that we had a successful tour. Yeah? Now, my question to you is, if I was to say I was calling an under-20 squad to train, I would be interested in seeing the players that went on that tour. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I wanted to see the players that went on that tour, it doesn't mean that, for example, you might find a midfielder out of Casey, a Pearson, that maybe have similar quality or better or fits your system more. But what I would never do is not call those players. You get me?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I've had really stupid reasons before why they weren't called. Kyle and Leon weren't called for the national team because they weren't playing local football in Jamaica, and they haven't scouted them to see them. Kyle, we not Belgian under 21, under 23 Premier League, you know, and a top score league, you know. So all you need to do is go up on Google and look in a brother. And the man them said they've never seen. Leon in the A side for Genk. Playing. I win Europa Cup. I don't call him for not win Europa Cup. I get Europa goal of the season when he scored against Rapid Vienna. Yeah? And you're saying, as the coach in Jamaica, you have not seen the player. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to hear them like an excuse then. Give the youth them a fair opportunity. I made it a point of duty to play Premier League teams in Jamaica with these players to ensure that Rudolph Speed cannot say don't know them. Marcel Gale cannot say he doesn't know the players.
Talking about Marcel Gale, what are your thoughts on him leading the under-20 team?
I think Marcel is a nice guy.
I know nice guy we are talking about, man. We are talking about coach.
He's been to the Premier League as a Jamaican coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of the more successful young coaches in Jamaica. You know, he has, I think he won if he never win, in qualify UWI for the Premier League. Don't win Super League also, don't. Or come second. Yes? He's gone on to coach Waterhouse, and got to the final several times. Didn't win. But he went to the finals nonetheless, so he can prepare a team. I think Jamaica needs to change its philosophy though, in what they do. You don't need one coach. You need a cadre of coaches. When you look at, I'm friends with the Costa Rica national team and close to the chief scout for them. I'm friends with the Canadian national team too, and their group of people. When you look at them, when you look at the US national team, these are all people in our region, right?
Yeah.
And you look at the amount of coaches that they have working with the team. You have a defensive coach, wing-back coach, attacking coach, midfield coach, winger coach. Yeah? You have a sports psychologist. Yeah? And we are calling one man to be the under-20 coach. How that going to work? how is fuzzy. I have built my players. Yes?
So
I know
Craig,
them
hold
in and
on,
out.
Craig, hold on. Would you go and help him without any remuneration
Me?
from the JFF? You just got through in your hat in the ring, say you're willing to help him out.
Always. I'm always willing to help Jamaica. Always. I've been doing it for years now. Let me give you some names that you may not know, realize. You know, Jason Wright, that top scorer Jamaica under 17 going to the under 20 World Cup, under 17 World Cup. You remember him?
Jason
Minzy.
Wright. I know that name. Yeah, man.
It's me, Billy Minham.
Yeah?
You know Romaria Williams?
Rum.
It's me, Billy Minham. Phoenix, you know.
Oh, see it?
I still remember when he used to wet in bed over my house. That's how young he was. You get me?
Yeah.
Kibon Atkinson, Sean Laws. It's me, Billy Minham. You know much top players come out of Phoenix? Martin Davis. So the reality is it's not about whether I get credit for it or not. Because if you ask anybody, they will tell you, say, Romaria Williams is a Harborview player or whatever. When they banned me, half of the players' parents took them to other clubs when they were 16, 17. The kids never left Phoenix. Phoenix for life. But the parents forced them to go. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And immediately, they went into the national team. Jason Wright leave Phoenix and go Cavaliers. Immediately, him in the national team. And him top score the league. And them take credit. Romaria Williams leave Phoenix and go Harborview. Immediately in the national team. Sean Laws leave Phoenix and go Cavaliers on. Immediately in the national team. That's how it go. Leon Bailey stay. All when him a tear down Belgium. Nah, call him. Kyle Butler, name Butler. They would have prefer mad the youth before them give him the opportunity. It is not correct. It is not acceptable. And I will never stop speaking about it until they change. They've asked me for my resume. I provided a 52-page resume. And I don't reach quarter of the work I do yet.
52 page?
52 page and it don't reach quarter of the work I do yet. Eh?
That's why they're not hire you.
Yeah? 52 page and it don't reach
because
quarter of what
they're
I do.
going to say you're overqualified. We are going so much pages.
I'm beyond qualified. It's not a show-off thing. But I don't think anybody in the history of Jamaica has accomplished what I have done. I have built our own player here locally, taken them to Europe myself, trained them, marketed them, managed them, and placed them in the biggest clubs in the world in 3 different countries. I'm the first Jamaican to become a president of a European football club.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to be honest, I don't want anything. I'm you say self-actualize. You ever heard that term? Self-actualization.
Mm-hmm.
I've become all that I could have been, all that I wanted to be. I've achieved. Yeah. The only thing left for me to achieve is to see Jamaica go to a World Cup and either win or go to the top 4. After that, I would have accomplished all I wanted to accomplish. I built the best young talent to ever come out of Jamaica. I've done the biggest transfer in the history of Jamaica. Yeah? I have gone to England and beaten their teams with by little academy team. Just imagine the difference in 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 cash. What a Aston Villa has or a Crystal Palace has versus what a Phoenix has. We train on a dirt pitch over at Mona. Yeah? They have countless pitches. They have the best coaches in the world. All we have is me and the Phoenix man and Brandon's and Shelley's and Nicola Bicknell and Eddie Layton and all of that team.
Craig, you know TDOOG?
TBOOG. What is that?
A person's name. Okay, them know a lot boy, yeah, man. I don't know what the initials are.
TBOOG, Tibouk. A man named so? Tibouk?
He said that, me remember one year me send JFF and Schaefer a message to invite Chippy. Them say it's complicated. So I wonder if somebody affiliated with you. I don't know. Just check it.
He said what? He sent JFF a message to invite
Chippy,
and he said it's complicated.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they said it's complicated because it sure is complicated. You don't want to. Oh, God. You really need us to go into this thing again so you understand? I could do it again.
Tushan, the person name.
Oh, Tushan.
Tushan, yeah. Okay.
Tushan, when Tushan first saw the boys play up, he was playing against us in a like a friendly up at Stony Hill Heart Academy when Leon and Kyle was 6 or 7 years old. And he looked at me and he said to me, Craig, you have problems holding on to these boys in the big clubs. They come and take them. And I turned and I said, boys, what is the most important word in Phoenix? And they turned around and they said, loyalty. Years later, I would have proved to him that this was the case. They never left. And they didn't sell out and they still made it. You have to understand that it is true. They have never actually. I know Tushan Green, his name. Yeah, man. He worked with me at Jamaica Employers Federation when I was the head of training and development at the business. I do a lot of training and them things. Don't feel say you're not idiot, I'm well educated. But the fact of it is that this thing continues, and until it really changes, we're going to have problems. Let me tell you what it is, right? You know that you cannot get a work permit in England unless you have 75% of your country's last 15 games as a starter. You know that, right?
No, I never know say it goes so technical.
Brother, where you depend on you say you're coach? Oh, yeah, coach, I don't know how to get your players movement.
Me know say you have at a certain ranking in terms of the FIFA ranking to get permit.
No,
you never know say you have to do it 75%.
You have to be in the top. Listen, you have to be in the top 50 in the world. I think they moved it to 60. I moved it back down to 50. I'm not sure, but top 50 or 60 ranked teams in the world. Hear this part though. Consistently over the previous 2 years. Yes? And you have to have 75% of your country's last 15 games as a starter. Not on the bench, as a starter. In order for you to get to get a work permit in England. Okay? You get that now?
Yeah, man, me hear it.
All right. So for any team to get their players qualified to get a work permit, we're not talking about football ability, they have to get 75% of Jamaica's last 15 games as starters. They have to have the caps. You understand? So any team, half of you Cavaliers, Waterhouse, any Premier League team, your player have to have starting position in our national team for qualify to go to England and get a work permit.
Yeah, but I didn't know the specific that it was 75%.
Well, I've given it to you. Google it.
Man, I hear
Yeah?
it.
Now,
but I'll do my research, my own research.
Let me help you with something else. Okay? Now, to become a president or a dignitary of the Jamaica Football Federation, you must also come from a parish association. Do you understand that?
Mm-hmm. I know that.
So 13 parish associations, right? Because the CASAFA has 2 votes, so Kingston and St. Andrew. 13 parish associations vote upon who becomes the president, vice president, from the first vice, second vice president, treasurer, all of them something. Right? In the JFL.
Hold on, you're something that crack up, Craig. The internet.
You break it up. What is that? Hello?
Your voice not coming through clear.
Hold on a second. Let me see something. I think this is going.
Oh, Beto, me not take that as no boy up thing, man. Me not thin skin in a brother.
That's fine. Can get this going.
Yeah, man, I know that you have exceptional players. Not everybody. Remember, Leon didn't have a lot of caps now, but you have exceptional players. Well, Leon probably never played before he made big moves. So I know that. But the intricacies of the 75% start and all of that, me never know that. I'm not afraid to say me never know. No, man, me not thin skin Obito. Them think they are simple thing. Guess what? Them think they push me to go to research and find out if it was so or if it is so. Yeah? Based on what I know already. DNA news, that's what the thing, man. Big up yourself, Wade. Big up. Long time I don't see. Everything all right? No, man, me not a madman. You know, boy, you have to clear up something. Me just make people know say me not thin skin, cause that's not a boy up thing. If you don't know a thing, you just don't know a thing. I'm not the repository of all knowledge. Nah. That's why we're a researcher. You know? All right. Mark Plunkett say Wayne Harris. Let me start there. So, all right, Travis. Hold on, he comment. Them are run like Bolt. Yo, we need to give Craig his ratings regardless if you like him or not. Triple E, coach, you are doing a great job. Christopher Mackenzie, up. No, coach this. Oh, that? No man can this coach this, boy. All right, look like is apparently Craig's phone died or his internet gone because it never did come through clear. Data boss, yeah, that's why he said if your name is built that different, that's what he did for Leon. And yeah, man, I did understand that part of the data boss, but I didn't know that you have to play 75% of the games as a starter. So I'm being truthful where that is concerned. Hold on, the comments somewhere running on me. Just I know there's somebody there. Alright. Man is fool to what he doesn't know. You have how you can get the UK permit without the 75% games for your country. Yeah, we know that. We know that. Coach a good youth. Some people take offense to every and and be in their feeling, and that's just sad. No, so I don't mean that. Respect Craig, man. No nonsense mentality. Sorry, coach. Players who play outside Jamaica. What is Craig's view on scouting and picking players out of the country? Apparently, if him come back, we can continue that conversation. You learn every day of your life, definitely. Come on, people, get the likes up now, man. Oh, now make it thing look so. It's supposed to be over 300 likes, you know. Where is Leon Bailey going? Probably in Ghana in bed. Agent Johnson, you live and learn every day. Absolutely. Big up, coach. I'm a silent lister tonight. Big up yourself for your spot. What call? Let me see. What call the show? Hello, good night. You're live.
Hi, good night. How are you?
Not too bad.
Yeah, is this a studio? Is that a radio studio?
No, this is coach's desk. You're live.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
live. You're live on the show.
Oh, I'm live right now?
Yeah, man.
Oh, okay. I was just giving you a call. I was watching you and Craig Butler here a while ago, and I saw the number flash underneath the bottom. So I said, let me give you guys a call to find out, what's going on down there and stuff like that, Yeah, so the program is talking about sport.
Yeah, man. Reggae boys and a whole lot of discussion. Reggae girls. U20 we are at now. So we're discussing the U20 and Leon Bailey situation in Aston Villa. But Craig Butler seemed to have a problem and him internet probably fail and him jump off. So we hope that he returns.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that Leon not really getting much game time at Aston Villa there. So I was wondering if he still out injured or what have you,
Yeah, man. But he just coming back from an injury now, so.
Okay. And I saw where they put up something about some kind of transfer rumor. I don't know if that's true or what.
Yeah, he quelled that rumor saying that he's going nowhere. Leon Bailey is going nowhere.
Okay.
So the only place Leon Bailey is supposed to go right now is in bed. For training.
Okay.
For get up for training in the morning.
Okay. That's what I mean. Well, all right, man. It was nice talking to you, dear. I'm calling from the Boston, Massachusetts. Here, my name is Gerrard. I'm from Clarendon originally.
Okay. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. Yeah. Craig Butler is back, so you can continue to listen to the show.
Yeah, I definitely will. Thanks. Take care.
Cool.
Yeah, bye.
Yes, Sir Butler.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
Yeah, man.
The battery dead.
Oh. Yeah, man.
Yes, I was telling you, right?
Yeah. So
you have to the 13 parish associations vote who becomes the president.
Hold on, Craig Butler. Hold on, Mr. Butler, for me, because you could be my father. No, somebody in the comment section is saying that you're stating the old rule. The required percent of international matches are now determined by the country's ranking over 1 or 2 year period as follows. FIFA ranking 21 to 30, 60% and above of international games. So that person is talking about the information that you gave earlier. So that was the old rule. This is now the updated thing. So continue with the parish president.
But what kind of foolishness that you just said to me?
Huh?
Repeat what you just said and listen to yourself.
Repeat what I just said?
Yes.
I'm reading a comment in the comment section.
Repeat it and listen to it.
All right, me not gonna repeat it enough, because I look like you're getting at something. See it there on the screen.
Butler stating the old rule, the requirement percentage of international matches are now determined by the country's ranking over 1 or 2 year period as follows. FIFA ranking 21 to 30 is 60% and above of international games. Okay. I will accept this new rule. So if 21 to 30 FIFA ranking gets you 60% and above of international games that you have to play, what does 31 to 60 get you? Because that's where we're ranked. So how much percentage of the national games would you have had to have if you're ranked 31 to 60? Answer that.
All right, I know the answer is coming, so you can continue on the part.
Whatever the answer is, it's going to be more than 60% and above of international games.
Yeah.
And therefore, my stating that you have to have 75% of the last 15 games as a starter would be still correct. Wouldn't it?
It would have seemed so.
Okay. So tell that person to just cram that now. Let me finish what I was saying.
The parish presidents you're on.
So the parish presidents will vote on who the next JFF president is. Right? But to become the parish president, the clubs vote who becomes the parish president. You understand? So whoever the parish president is, that would become an official of the JFF, would mean he would come from a club. So it's everyone we have there, sir. Is a club them come through. Them come club to parish association to JFF. Correct?
Yes, based on what you're saying, yes.
Yes. Dalton Wynn come from the Mandeville FA, and he was part of a football association down there. The Captain Burrell came through Portmore United. Him and Horace Reed. Mike Ricketts come from Clarendon, and the club he's associated with there. Yeah? Speed come from Cavaliers, and the club he's associated with there, and became the president of the CASAF at one point. So this is how it works. Here's where the problem sets in. The smaller clubs in Jamaica have a brain drain, using the same words of our friend earlier. When you get a little club like a Med Forest or a Pembroke Hall and they have a talented player, the Harbour Views or the Cavaliers or the bigger clubs come for them and give them a small change because they need the money. Obviously, they're not getting any funding, and they take their best players. Yeah? Those best players would then go into those clubs, and then those players then would perform at those clubs and get called into the national team, supported by the officials of the JFF, who are also officials of those clubs. Brother, you following me?
Yes, man. I exactly know what you're talking about.
So,
all right, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Then you book a Craig Butler, who comes with the best young talents in Jamaica at the time, Leon and Kevon and Kyle and Sharky and Bikey and Kemar Reed and Martin Davis and Dominic James and Sean Laws and the whole plethora of them. Anybody who know those players' names, though they were the top. And not one of them would leave. And Craig Butler not selling them because they don't want your money. So, if there is no, Chris Williams is doing a good thing and don't realize. If there's no way to earn income from the gate, there's very little sponsorship. Yeah? What is the only way that a club can actually sustain itself and make money in Jamaica? What do they have to do? What is their hope, their dream?
If you play outside of Jamaica.
To sell players to Premier League clubs in other countries and make money. If one of the requirements for those players to be sold includes having a certain amount of caps for the national team, and the same people who are making the decisions on who goes into the national team is also owning clubs. What are the chances of a Phoenix player who is not affiliated to any of those people that are officials of the JFF and owning clubs? What are the chances of those players getting into the national team and gaining their caps? Not irregardless, because that's not a correct word. Regardless of their talent. What are the chances of those guys getting caps? Everybody want to have Benz and BMW and Mercedes and Hummer and Brabus and Big House and boat and car too, you know. So them just block the Phoenix man them and bring in their players into the thing and cap them.
So you think it's a deliberate?
Brother, if Leon Bailey, listen again, I don't think you can get in it. If Leon Bailey, at 12 years old, top scorer under 13, that same year, in top score under 15, in top score under 17, him get MVP under 17, MVP under 15, and MVP under 13. I don't call him for your national under 17 in the same year. And call you them when him dominate and beat up. What else can it be? What else? What I don't want is the same thing to happen to Whisper, because he's managed and developed by Craig Butler. I don't want it to happen to Xander. I don't want it to happen to Dante. I don't want it to happen to Theo. I don't want it to happen to all of these top Doovie, these top young players, Buster, these top young players that are beating Premier League teams at 16, 17 years old. And you talk, but you don't want to call him for the under 20? Why don't want to call him? And then Craig Butler speaks. He's arrogant. He's rude. He's abrasive. He's all of these horrible things. Why is it my players don't leave me? Why is it my players, not yours, are playing at the highest levels in the world right now? The truth of it, Mr. Minzy, is that this is a situation and it is not Jamaica's fault. It is the fault of those countries that have set those work permit rules. It is the fault of our football administrators that have put in these methods to maintain control of who leads the JFF. You don't, JFF does, if you're in a position where you're failing for 50 years at something with the same people, you don't think you need to bring in other people that may be able to help the process better? But what if those other people are not a part of your organization, which is constantly failing? Do you big up those people and make them get more powerful, or you try and bring them down and hide them? Do you let their players go into the national team, or do you take a one-off and hide the rest? Leon is not, by far, not Phoenix's only good player. Kemar Reid is unbelievable. Martin Davis, top player. Kyle Butler, them brought my son, my own child. Them put a rift between me and him because I wouldn't give up on him and he wanted to give up because he can't take them no more. Make war in my family. Because I said, no, don't give up. Don't make them break you. You take a player, you make him the captain of your under 21. Yeah? Then you come in and bring Tapa Whitmore, come in and bring his player the day before a tournament and move the captain and put him on the bench. And don't give him a game until Duki have to stand up to him and make him play the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes. And Kyle show the world that he had talent. You remember that under 23? I'd stay there with him, Arnett Gardens.
Yeah, man.
Okay. When Kyle licked the pass from about 30 yards and then they licked Dushan head. Dushan, what his name there? Head off and body with the accuracy of the pass.
So there's no.
And then, just to show you how corrupt Tapa Whitmore was. Because I'm on talk it like it is. Kyle was the captain of Jamaica's under 23 and was playing, got called for it, made it, was doing well when Duki was the coach. Tapa Whitmore came and they called the under 21 team to go to Japan, go play a practice match. And Tapa don't call Kyle Butler. That's why Japan gave it 9. There is a God. You understand?
So you think a retribution?
Of course. Of course. What you sow, so shall you reap in a brethren. Anytime I do foolishness, I do something wrong, I always get a boxing in the corner of my mouth from God. I'm a very fearful man of the Father, you know. I don't make a decision unless I pray about it, you know, brother. People don't know that, you know. People sometimes think I'm mad because when I read him talk to him, I say, God, what am I going to know? Anybody who see me coach, know that's how I am. The facts of it is that this is the situation. And it is not our fault because we have no other way of making money. And Jamaica is a third world country, we're struggling. So the coach them need money, the clubs need money to keep it going. So they have to try pushing their players into the national team. Every man I try pushing them players. That don't mean that they're the best.
So the boy, based on all these things set up, you know. It look like our football now gonna, you know, if we don't have a real change, you know.
You know that, may I tell you? You think I tell them I talk about them thing, huh? Watch here. You see me. I have other Caribbean countries offering me the job as them head coach. You believe it? You believe that? I'm in Argo. And you see me. You look on my wall over there, sir. And where I've been and what I've done. Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid, the top agents in the world, the top coaches, been to all sorts of education. Been there again for 3 years. I study how them do things. Go on Malta, coach, president. And you see me here. I never look at me and say to me, Mr. Butler, can you come and help us with our national program? You see me producing Dujan, Richards, Leon Bailey, Kyle Butler, Kemari, player after player after player. You see me go on Mona and take Mona who nobody know about, and Mona dominate the youth them. And you don't look at me and say, Craig, can you come and help me with the national program? You asked me to send you a resume. That's why I sent a resume that was 52 pages long.
So you deliberately did that, Craig?
Because you asked me for my resume.
You don't think that they should ask for those things, Craig?
Eh?
You don't think that they should ask for those things?
No.
Why not?
I never asked Rene Simone's film resume when them come film. Them never asked Tapa film resume. I'm sure, so if you look on top of resume, it ain't pretty. On the bench or in the stands. That go on transfer market and that's what you'll see. On the bench or in the stands. 2 goals in the World Cup. So that was the biggest problem, you know. I told him it would come back to haunt him, you know. Hubris. You know what it is? You ever heard that term before?
Enlighten me, you know.
It is where heroes believe that they are bigger than the world, that they are so great that they have no weaknesses, that they don't need to listen to anybody. And they, like Achilles, That's how him dead. Hercules, the whole of them. So the term hubris is overconfidence, ego. If a baby come to me and give me some advice, I'm going to listen to him. And if it makes sense, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to just act like I don't need to listen and I'm bigger than you. As much as I have achieved, you ever see me on the road yet?
I know we got much, monsieur.
What I look like? Me look like me I dress up in a Rolex watch and I have the Rolex watch and put on in a. You see me I dress up in a Rolex watch and a show off, or me just easy?
No, man, you're simple, man.
Exactly. Humble yourself. There's a time for everything under the sun. Ecclesiastes. Some man do achieve nothing in a Jamaica, but yet them get a little position over JFF and them are go on like say. Them arrive. Jamaica is a pin on the world map of football, you know? A pinhead. And what people have started to notice of Jamaica are the work what we put in when we go to Europe, you know. Man start look at players from Jamaica for other parts of Europe now, Belgium and them places because of the work what we put in, you know. When we went to Europe and decided to start the pioneering, you know, and we said to them, watch you know, we come from Jamaica and we want a trial. They laugh us to score and them said, Cool Runnings, man. You mean the movie Cool Runnings? Are you saying Bob Marley, you want a spliff? It's so the man them deal with us, you know. You understand?
Yeah.
But through hard work, perseverance, deal with the cold, stand up to them. Don't quit. Don't sell out to the first person that come and offer you a little change. You know, some have club look for me and say, leave Leon and Kyle and nothing and don't give me money and must leave them. Never leave me with them. Never one time. Go back to Jamaica with them and build them myself. And them reach 18, I carry them back and them sign them for more money than that.
Mm-hmm.
So I earn the respect of Europe. And that is what's important. I'm a man of my word. If I tell you I'm going to kill you, buy a coffin. If I tell you I'm going to come on your show, yeah, I leave training, I'm tired. At 53 years old, I just have to show a defender of a mark and tackle and intimidate a winger. Take a 17-year-old winger at 50 odd years old and have him a ball. Literally a ball. Afraid that I can't go down because I'm afraid I'm going to bust it. Buck him 2 times in my head back and say, yo, look boy, I want you. Come down there now. And still, because I promised you I'd come on the show, come on. Part-time, I drive. After I eat my little dinner, my son them bring my little soup and put in front of me. I'm still at work.
See,
I'm done talk to you. I'm still at work for them. Say, Brandon over there waiting for me to do more work. I don't sleep. But what? You don't want Butler coming because if Butler coming and Jamaica actually wins the under 20, then there's a big problem. Then you have a huge problem. You understand?
So I said that's the blockage.
Yeah. Send me a resume. Here's the resume, my friend. You get the resume now. Speed Goodall vexes me and I want to talk to him again. But facts is facts. Yeah? Facts is facts.
No, but Craig, if you look for an organization that is going to be run professionally, man, even if it never happened in the past, I'm going to ask for your resume. Nothing wrong with that. To be honest, that's my opinion. On
read the 52 page.
Yeah. So you send your 52 and them to read it.
Boston Bolts. You want me read it for you?
No, man, that's going to take too long, man. A 52
it's sweet.
page.
Hey, and the sweetest thing, laugh about it, because we all have a part that when we say, when my first wife take come youth, I'm going to go fight for him. You understand? I want to reason them why I just go back to the US. He's a US citizen, you know?
Yeah.
But I'd rather be treated as a big fish in a small pond than to go through some of the things that want me to go on in the US, brother. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I love my country, love Jamaica, I love Europe too, you know. You know, I like with Europeans, if them don't like it, them just tell you straight up. Austrians were best at that. Aloof. But eventually, If them warm up to you, top. You know? Each country had a different culture in every part. You go to Spain, different culture. You go to Belgium, different culture. Germany, different culture. I learned so much about football and about life. You know? And that's why our boys do so well, because I pass on all of that to them. Now, can you imagine if I was able to pass it on to the national team? Not even necessarily to the players, but to the coaches.
Yeah. So you think about opening a coaching school? All right, can't bother
that, brother.
Can't bother that.
Can't bother that. Because then you got man a fight it and this and that. And one at a time, the man sent me a message saying I'm not allowed to have a trial. I'm not allowed to have an expose. I say, eh? But the other day, I started a little academy. Yeah? Little academy league. I not now go on. So I said, listen, this is the academy in my train. We're going to just play each other once a week and go through. You reach a newspaper. You never really hear about it. Newspaper, any team that participates in this competition will be having this, that, what.
Yeah, man, me hear about it, man. Well, let me jump and answer this question, Mr. Butler. Why Whisper don't take the same route that Bicknell has taken in Germany?
What do you think put Bicknell where it is?
Who?
Yes.
Yeah, but the person is asking why you not
answer
allowed.
The question. What do you think put Bicknell in Germany?
No, most you know you're a player.
Exactly. So let's do it this way. If I'm thinking Jamaica, right? And if I'm thinking beyond what the ordinary mind in Jamaica thinks, if I'm thinking creating a world power in football in Jamaica, and if I'm thinking of creating a factory of players with people, different countries, different professional clubs in all over the world wanting to buy our players, and I want to create that income stream, and I want to create that opportunity stream, am I going to send all my players to Germany? And I think Tom dark, but Tom not fooling him.
Our Tom joke.
There's a reason why I was the GM for Toshiba for the Caribbean. There's a reason why I sat my A-levels without even studying and passed them. There's a reason why you can't go around me. If I send Whisper to England, to Brookhouse, for a period of time, and Whisper plays against Man City, Tottenham, Leicester City, and dominate and beat the whole of them, and they say, where is Whisper from? And you hear Phoenix. And then I repurpose Whisper and I send him to Belgium or Spain. And then he signs at 18 in Germany or Belgium or Spain or Portugal. And he dominates that league. What's going to happen after his first year in one of those leagues? Mr. Manchester City that got the 3-1, that Whisper scored 2 and assist 1. I'm going to remember him when them see him scoring goals. And you see that 10 million cap that them have to pay for extraordinary talent to get a work permit in England, it will no longer be a problem for them because they will remember. So we're building his brand from early and at the same time building the Phoenix brand and the Jamaica brand. You get it, no?
They say you're a marketing genius, Craig.
You know Dwayne Lufang? You ever heard of him?
No.
He teaches marketing. I taught him. I was very good at what I did. I chose to become. I'm one of the few people that succeeded at this level already. Wore a suit every day, a business suit, You know the fingerprint voting technology that is used in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
Is me behind that,
Okay.
back in the day.
You can go
I
on
was
behind that
working with
one
the
there.
great Douglas Salsal and
Mm-hmm.
advancing the great, that's how Dougie would have said, advanced integrated systems, my brother and friend. And we came up with that idea, that package, and then it was eventually proposed and sold. Yeah?
Okay.
But your mind, you have to be creative, you have to think outside of the box. Why are we, the fastest human beings on the planet, only winning a World Cup one time? Why are we not getting more opportunities than the African countries? Why are we not producing as many players as the African countries? Is our coaching circumspect? Is our coaching questionable? Who is qualifying our coaches in Jamaica?
Mm-hmm.
How qualified are the people that are qualifying the coaches in Jamaica? Has Karl-Heinz Rummenigge ever come to Jamaica and done any coaching? Has Dimitri De Conde? Has Dieter Hones? Has any of those people that have Rudy Fuller? Any of those people that have actually sat down and learned from? Them come coaching any money? No, it's local coaches that really don't go on too many courses, if any. Not to England, not to Europe. And if you want to sell to the mecca of football, which is Europe, you have to develop players that are able to adapt and play in that mecca of football.
International.
And to develop those players, you have to know what them I look for. And the only way if you know what for them I look for is to go live with them, work with them, train with them, understand football systems. Every time I tell a man football systems and national football culture, every man I come up with that. One at a time a man come up with that and talk about music. That's not it. It's a way of operating that is consistent with what our genes are, my friend. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
The genetics. Japan nearly killed we, I think, one. Is Japan or China? We go play in a practice match. Japan. And the man them are running rings around me. And we're faster than them. Why are they running rings around us? Because they are using about 10 different, for every time a man get the ball, you have about 10 different deploy runs that are being made. So I saw the man then stay and the ball just a knock around, tack, 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 and go score. Because they're not
We
physically
faster than them, but they move the ball fast. You know,
exactly.
Run.
Exactly. But if we don't have a system of understanding and play, when you bring back Leon, who Steven Gerrard is implementing his system and he's learning that and working with that, and then you bring back Shamar Nicholson from Spartak, and that coach is working with a particular system. And you bring back Mikel Antonio, and he's working from another system. And then you give them 2 days and then tell them to play a match together for Jamaica. What's the sense of having a coach? We don't have a coach, we have a manager. Because he cannot implement a system with them man, they want to play systems all over the place already. You know the only way you can do a system? You have to catch them from them at 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old. Have them in programs, bring them into the national training sites 2-3 times a week, the best players. Send them back out to their clubs and make it mandated that each club and academy plays this particular way and understands. So that when they leave and do go to their clubs overseas and start to play with them and call them back for national team duty, they'll remember, this is how we do it here. This is how we do our thing. Phoenix have a culture, you know. When I say the culture of Phoenix, you know, down to the way we speak, you know. Down to the way we speak, the way we walk, the way we talk. You can know a Phoenix player, you know, the way he plays. Let me give you an example, Minzy, right?
Huh?
You played football?
What you call it now? Recreationally.
All right. Well, let me give you an example. I played left back for JC, right?
Mm-hmm.
in my first year in 1984, I think. I went to the finals. When I played left back, my coach, Jimmy Sinclair, used 2 holding midfielders and 1 right side attacking midfielder. He used 2 centre forwards and a right winger. He did not use anybody on the left side of the pitch. Just the left back, which was me. Right? My job was to overlap. 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Beat the defender, go down here and cross it. One of the holding midfields would slide over and cover me when I was there, right? Everybody knew that when I got the ball, I was going to give it to the holding midfielder, and he would have given back the 1-2. Then I would give it to the attacking midfielder, and he would give back the 1-2. And then I would play it over to Richard Potcover McDonald, and he would give me back the 1-2. And I'd go down to the flank and whip it back across, and I wasn't going to cross it soft. I was going to drive it across the face of the goal, and all I needed to do was just go in and deflect it. JC went to the finals that year against St. George's College. We lost, but it was one of the best JC teams. Today, if any of those players came back, right, and we wanted to play a game now, we would know exactly what we were supposed to do because we had a system. You understand? So when you want to bring back people from overseas or bring in new people, you have to have a system that they can come into and understand. If Leon Bailey lands in Jamaica tomorrow to play a game for Phoenix, you listening?
Yeah, man.
If he never knew anybody at Phoenix and he came to play right wing for Phoenix, he would know exactly where to run. We would know exactly where to pass it to him because everybody grew up with the same system. All when him gone and come back. The system continued to evolve, but it is the same one. It's built on speed, intelligence, pressing, creativity. All of those things that come from being a Jamaican. You get what I say, bro?
Yeah, man.
So, you see them can run them little rings and fool people and talk about how them call 1 or 2 players from your side, so. Or them, yes, we will call Phoenix players. But bottom line it is, brother, we know what time it is.
But let us see. Let us see if that will happen. But Craig, remind the people what kind of license you have. Coaching license.
A license.
A license. Where did you do it? In Belgium?
Europe, yeah.
Okay.
And before that, 15 years ago, I did do a US one, but it lapsed by now.
Okay,
years ago, 15 years ago.
Renew it.
I don't need to renew it. I don't care. You want to know my license? I alone trained and developed Leon Bailey. I alone trained and developed Romario Williams. I alone developed Kemar Reid. I alone entered the Manning Cup with a team that nobody knew about. And them look like top class. But you ask about what qualification me have for. That is my qualification. Look on my wall. That's why I get 52 page. And I could give you another 52.
So Craig, no, that's why I asked you, brother, because you said that you have a long list of resume. So we want to know all of the development or it comes
I'm not give.
Right, I remember you came on my show the first time. We asked you what kind of license.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
but the truth of it is,
why you remind the people. That's what I said.
But the truth of it is, here's the truth of it is. Would you go to the man who developed Iron Robin and ask him to send you a resume about how to develop wingers?
Ryan, is he a coach?
He's a coach. He developed Iron Robin.
Oh, would you ask him for
a resume?
Well, I know, Craig. Well, I know. I never
Answer
hear what you said. I thought
you ask him for a resume?
No.
What happened now with me is when you ask for a resume, I get offended. It's not that I can't produce one.
Why you get offended?
Because you shouldn't. You do not recruit high-level people that are accomplishing what they do by asking them to send you a resume. You ever heard the term headhunters before?
Craig.
No, just answer the question now.
Hold
Let me
on,
give you
no.
an example.
Hold
When
on,
I
hold on,
was
no.
working,
Hold on, Craig.
hold on, my friend. When I was working at Minolta Business Systems in Florida, fresh out of university,
So they didn't
as
ask
one
you
of
for
the
any qualification or resume then?
brother, hold on, man.
Oh.
You gonna let me finish?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So when I was working at Minolta Business Systems in Florida, as I did 400, 500, 600% a quota every month, and I was one of the more successful salespeople. A company, a headhunter company, right, came and recruited me from Minolta Business Systems as a young youth and offered me the post as sales and a major account manager at Omni Business Systems. Them not asked me for a resume yet. You know what my resume was? My performance. You who don't develop nobody, who never plays a player in Europe yet, who never go and have the execution that I have had, cannot ask me for my resume. I should ask you for yours.
Okay.
So it's not an ego thing, but it's just a simple practice in business.
But a principle and procedures.
They don't ask Mourinho for his resume.
Do you ask Mourinho for his resume if he must come into Jamaica?
Of course, they would have want they know about Mourinho. He's
Brother, man, because
established.
bad word from this year, man.
No, man, you
sick in
can't
the
cuss
head?
bad word for my show, man.
You mad? You gonna ask Mourinho for his resume if you come coach at Jamaica?
Well, if you hire him, and you follow the correct business practice, of course.
First of all, Jamaica cannot pay me, nor can it pay Mourinho.
So that's why no resume is supposed to be asked for.
No, that's the first thing.
Okay.
The second thing is, the man who led Jamaica to its first and only World Cup qualification was a taxi driver in Brazil. No other person, regardless of how much resume they have produced, has been able to accomplish that feat. Someone's performance is what qualifies you to the next step.
I know experience is important, you know. But
not experience.
So no performance that I experience.
No, experience is how long you've been doing something and what you have done. Performance is how well you have done it. My performance is beyond anything that has ever been produced in Jamaica as a coach or a manager. My performance. You get the part there? You understand that, Max?
Hold on, somebody call in. I didn't hear what they said. Sorry about that.
Okay. My performance has been more than what any other Jamaican coach has accomplished in the history of this country. Jamaican blood.
I understand
no one,
that, Craig. But
listen,
the work I go on the resume, you know.
No one has produced a higher transfer fee. No one has trained and developed their own player from scratch and taken to Europe. No one has become a president of a European club. No one has been at clubs like KRC Gang for 2-3 years learning to coach. No one has taken up a Jamaican team and gone to England and beat those big clubs. No one has gone to Leverkusen and beat them. No one has gone to Genk and beat them. I have with Jamaican teams. Do not ask me for my resume and enjoy the 52 pages.
So people, let me put it into context. It's not me challenging Craig, you know. Craig has a problem when he was asked by the federation for his resume. So
I don't have a problem. No, you're not understanding.
All right, he feel offended when they talk about the resume thing. So I know me.
So let me ask you a question. When you look at what You see. Let me share with you a little bit. Make go walk a little bit. Have a little battery time, so make walk with you. Right? Go walk with you a little bit. See Leon there? Ages 14 and 15. Ages 10 and 11, 13 and 14. There's me coaching in the Premier League in Malta. You see the image?
Which
There's
one?
Messi's
The
jersey
one in the black suit?
Yeah, that's me. You know?
Yeah.
That's Messi's jersey he give me personally. Modric, Benzema, Marcelo, Isco, Robin, Marco Reus, Ronaldo, Totti, Griezmann, Courtois, Cruz, Neymar, Navas, Ronaldo Madrid jersey there. Now, when you're doing these things and you're asking Braga, Real Madrid, Roger Lukaku, that is the father of Romelu and Jordan.
Yeah.
Pini Zahavi, that's one of the biggest agents in the world. He sold Chelsea to Abramovich. He managed Neymar. That's the father of Arjen Robben, Rudy Villa, Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, George Mendes, Cristiano Ronaldo manager. I mean, seriously? And in case you don't know me, they play football too, so see?
Yeah, man, we know that.
Race wide open. McDonald, Craig Butler, Palmer, Dias. Yeah? So when you talk about Manning Cup, them thing there, all of those things have been accomplished already. Yeah? I build players that walk into KRC Genk. Kylie had KRC Genk under 16. Yeah? Leon. The whole of them. So when you come to me and talking, bro, you don't make no sense. You understand? It don't make any sense.
All right, Craig, we have a caller from Canada online that wants to make a few comments. So let me hear what he has to say. Caller, go ahead.
Yes. Thank you for taking my call. I just wanted to say, listening to the show, I was peeved just as much as Craig. Listen, the man is a known commodity in Jamaica and around the freaking world. Why does he have to hand in a freaking resume? Like, it's stupid. Like, it's not like he's like somebody walking off the damn street. You know him. And it's the same thing in the executive branch. Like, if they're going to hire a CEO for a company, he doesn't have a hand in a freaking resume because he worked at Bell. He worked at Merrill Lynch before. All of these executives move from company to company. So you know them. So you don't have to hand in no damn resume. Let the man do his freaking job. Like, if you need help, ask him for help and move on. This thing is getting stupid. It's either they want to win or they don't freaking want to win. And it's pissing me off. Like, we've been waiting for so long and we're going no freaking where. Like, people are there on the freaking island that can help them and they don't want help. And I'm talking about the JFF. And that's my 2 cents, and I'm going to hang up. Thank you.
All right, big up yourself. So the Canadian sharing his grows with this.
Hey,
Craig,
as I said, Canada, I have another player going to Toronto FC.
Yeah.
In 1 week time.
What's his name?
Dante Peralta.
Okay.
Team just come inside us and give me a soup a while ago.
Oh, okay. Toronto FC. Hey, Brain Drain said the CEO, Brain Drain at you again in a Craig. CEO has to give his resume to human resources.
I'm sure he understands that because he had to go to America and probably or wherever he went and provide his resume and kiss people's toes to get where he is. I didn't, and I won't.
All right. So people don't have any more question. Who is the caller? It's annoying. That's how I deal with the call of them, man. All right, just check in the comment section. What's
Anyway,
happening with Tariq Maggie though?
So I moved Tyreek in the next transfer window. This is also about bad management, right? Tyreek was the opportunity came, but they never did a due diligence in understanding what was happening, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see the club that Tyreek is at? It's owned by an academy out of the Middle East. So what they're seeking to do is to do what I am doing, but on a large scale basis. In other words, they want to put their players into the club, have the players perform in that club in Belgium, and then look to move them on and make money.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You understand?
Yeah.
Now someone took Tyreek and put him there. So basically, when Tyreek is there and the man come from the academy in the Middle East with his player, they might push Tyreek to the bench and fight him no matter how good Tyreek is.
Oh.
Yeah. And
They must
so
just go and hold the bench until
he must hold the bench till I can get him out, which is what I'm working on doing right now because he's a top talent.
Mm-hmm.
Top talent. And where he had flaws, we work on it and fix it. But Tapper hurt the youth too. Because the minute Tapper here say I'm working with the youth, I represented him and drop him from the national team.
Are that go on?
Of course it's that one. You never see Tyreek start the thing.
Jano.
You never see Tyreek do the assist for Costa Rica and create the goal.
Yeah, man, I watch the game, man.
And then immediately after that, Tapper don't call him again. Because Craig Butler manage him now. And him train with Craig Butler and him come down and Craig Butler work for him right foot and them thing then. So, him block him. Like he did Kyle Butler. Like he did Leon Bailey. Do you know that when Leon Bailey was not called for the national under 20, you know, says Tapper was coaching the side?
But Leon rate him. Leon says he's a good coach.
Let me ask you a question. Which player playing for a team is going to say
that
the coach is a bad coach?
Me know that thing coming.
No, which player playing for a team is going to say publicly, oh, he's a really bad coach. And by the way, I don't want to ever get called for the national team again while he's the coach. Because that's what he'd have to say after saying that.
All right, sir. We have a call online again. The calls are rolling now. Big up yourself, Sir Making. What say you? Craig Butler online.
That's the reason I called in. Good evening, Craig. How are you?
Hey man, what's up?
Well, I think persons are they read the whole thing about the resume, and that person mentioned HR. I don't think it's in that context. Craig is saying. He's saying that my track record. I don't need to bring forth a resume to you for you to basically be in a discussion in terms of asking plans, and then we move on to the next stage, because everybody, yes, your resume has to go to the HR department, but that normally happens after the process has already started. Mm-hmm. You're asking him for a resume before the process even starts, which makes no sense. You already know about the man track record. You're not going to go the head of Microsoft. You're going to ask him for a resume. First, you're going to discuss the plans in terms of how we can move your business forward, and then HR do their paperwork. I think that's the perspective that Craig is coming from. We're just moving on from there. You see, a lot of the times, and I guess it's a matter of perspective, and persons would not understand. In terms of when you go outside of Jamaica, especially if you've been to Europe and Eastern Europe, and Craig would understand a lot of issues that he would have to deal with in certain countries in terms of how they look at him. So for him to do what he has done with young Bailey, mm-hmm. People don't understand how difficult that is. Difficult, especially for a man coming from the Caribbean. It's extremely difficult, the kind of sacrifices. So no matter what you think of Craig as a person, there are different personalities, you don't necessarily like, but you have to respect what the man has done.
Yeah.
seem to not understand that, because I can tell a lot of the people that it's quick to comment in the comment area, but I can tell you more than 90, probably 100% of you who have negative comments cannot do 1/10 of what he did in sports in terms of bringing those young men. And the thing is that for you to understand that, as I told you before, I've been in Russia, I've been in a lot of countries in Europe, and I can tell you this, boss man, especially as a man that is non-white, it is not an easy task. So, as per usual, I big up Craig, and I'm really happy he has made our country proud. What people don't understand that a lot of the times it's misunderstanding, and because generally as a people we're more subservient, so we have a problem with a man who's confident. But I don't see arrogance. I see a man who's confident and is confident in and has belief. There's nothing wrong with that. Generally, as a people, we don't have belief. We don't believe in ourselves, and there's nothing wrong with this man believing in himself. I don't know if I came in a bit late, but I wanted Craig to talk a little bit about his role during the 1998 campaign and the team qualifying for the World Cup. So I'm going to hang up now and just listen. All right, thank you.
All right, big up yourself, sir. Before you go, Craig, I want to big up our sponsors, for the show. Let me remove this so we can see.
Hold on, they asked you something there,
Yeah, man, I make your answer, man, but you don't know, so we have to big up the sponsor. Richos Roots Drink, Richos Sorrel Roots Drink, Richos, a true Jamaican experience. So please remember, if you want to get some of the Richos Roots Drink, just link up Coach's desk and we'll put you onto the Richos Roots, boss. Go ahead.
What was the trip, man?
Sorry about that.
1998 World Cup campaign. You know what this is? It sits on my desk to this day.
Put it up more to your screen, like we say. Okay, yeah, man. Jamaica Road to France book. Okay.
You see?
Conquer Cup. Come on.
First page in. Is it this?
That are you in the suit at the end.
Peter Cargill and Rene Simoes.
Peter Cargill and Rene. All right, right.
Read what it says.
In order to make dreams a reality, you must first believe.
Toshiba.
We support and believe in the national football team.
We were the biggest sponsor of the 1998 campaign. I came up with the adopter player program. Adopted Peter Cargill, who was my captain when I used to play for Swallowfield. Provided him with a salary and utilized him in my business, in camps and things like that. Supported the national team, gave them all the technology that they needed, computers, laptops, everything, name it. We're the biggest sponsor. If you remember that 1998 campaign, you'd have seen Toshiba billboards all around the stadium. Yeah, I encourage my other friends to also adopt players, and we created the adopter player program, courts, Dial, the whole of them, ICW, the whole of them. Yeah? And I came up with this plan because Rene Simoes came to me and says, Craig, we have no money for the national team. Players are coming and doing a bus fare to go home. How can we qualify for a World Cup like this? I said, listen, we need to make them feel more like professionals. We have to have a professional mentality and atmosphere. Yeah? Tyrone Marshall, the whole of them guys at the time came through after. But that's why they hurt me so much when Tapper do what him do. You understand? Because I was one of the first man, if not the first man, to believe in them and to push for Jamaica to go further. Years later, I said, what is the feelings why we haven't qualified again? It is because there's no sustained development.
Sure.
We only train in Manning Cup for 3 months, club football couple months. Phoenix has been training for the last 10 years without a break, We don't even stop when COVID going, you know. We just moving on one big house. Everybody just move, come in here and start training. And there's one family, so you can't separate the family. Nobody not going on. We're in a bubble. We've been in a bubble before COVID.
Yeah.
And so we continue to develop these players at this level. Now, what I'm saying to you is that if we do not step to the next level, we're never going to go any further than where we are. That's why I get so frustrated. You're asking me for a resume. What you asking for a resume for? Go look back on the 1998 campaign and who was there before anyone reached a JFF meeting today. You understand? So, this is where we are. Paul T. got Davis playing a practice match tomorrow against Arnett. I was playing for Swallowfield as a youngster. This is part of my resume under Mark Mendel. He was the first person to really start paying players and to try to develop a professional atmosphere in Jamaica. And he was banned by the JFF for it. Did you know that?
Who is that?
Mark Mendel. You want to see him? Let me show you. Come. Me will show you, because see me, the difference with me and everybody else is I honor my coaches. I honor them. I have respect for them. When you walk through my door and you come here, the first person you're going to see is Mark Mendel. See him there? You see him?
Mm-hmm.
And you see beside it, super guy. Yeah? That is one of my first coaches, the first person to say to Jamaica, let's pay players and give them an opportunity. Yeah? And back then, they banned him. Why they banned him? Because I'm thinking outside of the box. Because he wants to help. Because he would be a challenge to others. Because all the other clubs that weren't paying their players were going to lose them to Swallowfield. I played with Everald Petty, David Burgess, Richie Cook, Dion Messi Wilmot, Dominic Spalding, Richard Potcover McDonald, Adonis Maxwell. Yeah? Richie Sterling. You get me?
Yeah.
C. Howard Cephas, Kim, Anthony Corbett, Peter Cargill. You get what I said to you?
Yeah,
That's
man.
my resume, bro.
So that me did say earlier, Craig.
Skin man where you just buck up. We come through the ranks hard way.
So now your work I gotta be a resume, man. Now that me say, man, that I go up on your resume, man.
No, I don't need to put none on my resume. I don't do it already. You don't understand? I've gone where no one in Jamaica has ever gone before. And I didn't do it because my family had some money or put me up or whatever. I'm the eldest of 5 children of a single mother. You understand? I earned my way.
What on?
My resume is cleaning toilets in Austria so that I can feed Leon Bailey and Kyle Butler. You get me?
Yeah, that's some real sacrifice for real.
My resume is going without a jacket and giving it to Leon because it's only one hand. And freezing. My resume is walking in shoes in that snow until the bottom of the foot bottom I touch the concrete. You don't know my resume. And I don't need to give it to nobody. Google me. You understand?
Google the man, know, and if you're in Jamaica, you're supposed to know about Craig Butler. Once you have any dealings with football,
if you're in the world, you know about Craig Butler.
No, man, I'm talking about the persons in Jamaica. Once they deal with football, they should know about you. So,
Brethren, win Major League as a player. But win minor league. David Hunt was my coach. Medieval. The first team that David Hunt ever win, I was a captain of that under 17. Minor league. Phoenix was started by 3 people. You see the same man was the president today, the JPL now, Christopher Williams, is my best friend. Me and him grew up together from me over Feme yard one day, him over my yard the next day. And we come up with the name Phoenix in 1980. And up to today, this has come from brethren. Lenny Bailey. And look how God have it come. The friend who started Phoenix named Lenny Bailey. Yeah? Leonard Bailey. And my son named Leon Bailey. You see, karma and God works. You need to understand this. And if you don't try block me, you'll never qualify for the World Cup. As long as you fight good, God don't like ugly, no, bro. God don't like ugly.
You know, hold on there, Craig. I could do some work there now. People.
You know how easy it is for me to get 10 coaches into Europe? It's a phone call. I can say, listen, take Duki over by Lloyd Vender for me. I make him stay with you for 6 months. I make him learn and pay him a salary during the period of time. I make him sit some badges same time. Take Top over there, so take this one over there, so. Take Fergie from over JC and carry him go over. Make we carry him go Germany. Make we carry him go to Hamburg, over to Jonas Bolt. I make him stay over there and learn for about a year. I bring back the 10 of them. When I bring them back, I beer with kids. Because you put a Jamaican in an environment, you know, brother. Put a Jamaican. Give him the opportunity. Give a Jamaican the opportunity, you know. And then man, they will come out. You throw him to the wolves, he'll come out leading the pack. You understand? So all you need to do is stop fight me, work with me, make me help you. Because that is my legacy.
So you need them to partnership with you.
No, just stop ramp with me. Just look here.
Hold on, Sir Butler. Hold on. People, wanna like the stream, no man. Hit the like button. If you're new, subscribe. Anyway, to the channel. You understand?
Build up your channel and not do no work for mine because of idiot granddad. His fault, right?
If you remember Craig Butler channel as well, want to subscribe to his channel. But Craig, you have to be consistent on them thing, you know. If you're not consistent, the people are not gonna support it. So me I tell you straight.
Well, my thing is sometimes I'm busy.
Yeah.
With 10 different scouts that come down from MLS, then man I come from Germany, Belgium, man I come from Spain, me have to travel, I have to go up to Spain now, I have to carry up 2 players in about 2 weeks' time, me afraid say World War III to start same time. So and then me have the whole of the youth them I develop at the same time and I coach them. Plus me have Leon work for do.
I'm
gonna take that work very seriously. You understand? Meanwhile, I have to also utilize Leon and his accomplishments to help Jamaica. Things like the Special Olympics, he's an ambassador for. Things like the food for the poor. You understand? Things like events like I see this kid in Guys Hill that need help and, you know, to activate people to help kids like that. As part of our job, you know, the giving back part is important.
Yeah, man.
Suppose you know how much youth. You know, say if I look at you and tell you, I take care of over 100 youth right now.
Me believe you, man.
Right now, over 100 youth.
Me believe you.
And I mean, from God bless Mona High School, you know. God bless Kevin Jones and Mona High School and the work, what they are doing to save youths over there. You understand?
Yeah.
Is it the schools that like
Craig, you're going back to Mona?
I'll never leave Mona.
Oh, we hear a little thought. They say you're not gonna go back.
You need to understand though. Craig Butler is not just Craig Butler, you know. Craig Butler have about 10 coaches who work with him. He have him administrator. He have Nicola Bicknell and her team who do everything. All I do, you know. I'm just like this when I talk for Leon, I talking for everybody, you know. But I'm just the mouthpiece. I'm just the guy that everybody can hate because I really don't care. So I say what needs to be said and do what needs to get done. It doesn't mean say I don't have a whole heap of bucket behind me. So if you go say you said to me, say you want to give me trouble, because I can't say that I'm stepping away from Mona. That don't mean Phoenix leave Mona. That don't mean say Phoenix is not coaching Mona. That don't mean say Mona and Phoenix still do have the relationship. Almost every player at Mona plays for Phoenix now. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the things that we need to get the schools and the clubs to do. In Europe, right? Leon and Kyle were at a club called KRC Genk, right? That club was partners with a school called Oakham Mid-End School. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Leon them have to train 6:30 to 8:30, and they would get to school at 9. School normally start at 7:30. So it means that they miss 2 hours, right? Right?
Yeah, man.
But the school that work with them give them back the 2 hours after the school in terms of lessons. If the club pick up the player, them carry him over to the club, them sit down for an hour, them have a tutor that working with them to make sure them doing them work. Them train and play again in the evening. After them done, them go home. The system, if them don't do something, if them don't do them schoolwork, immediately the club know. Because the teacher them come and tell them. So these are the things that young professional aspiring footballers need. That is why you have so much youth that go to school, leave school, can't get to work, don't know how to adapt, and them just play money cup and them can't read when them done. That's why that's happening now. Because there's no partnership with the school and the club. You understand? So that's what we do at Phoenix and Mona. We partner, we work together, we save lives. Remember the other day, there was a shooting down at in one of the inner city communities. And he was encouraged by another player to go to another club. And the youth said, nah, but so he came to Phoenix the morning. And we train, we don't train when me say we don't train. So if you can start on a Saturday morning, 8:30, and at 1 o'clock in I don't train if I'm not happy.
Training a road, same way.
Yeah, if I'm not happy, if I don't feel say do what more you do, and I don't feel say you get what it's supposed to get, we train all day. Right? So he was going home at about 1:30 in the afternoon. If you had gone to the other training, he would have reached home at like, say, 10:30, 11. And as he was coming out of the taxi, before him coming out of the taxi, he saw the shooting that went on. And he knows the people that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Yeah.
Had he come out, it's right at them yard, them shoot them. Had he come out, went to the other train and go home early, he would be sitting in front and get shot too. We are saved life. You understand? That's what football is about. When Leon was 8 years old, no, about 9 or 10 years old, he saw 8 people got killed in front of him in Cassava Peace. And you hear about that big shooting at the time?
Well, amount of them I hear about in them. I don't know if I see one.
About 15 years ago, there was a big 8 people got shot in Cassava Peace. And Leon witnessed it. It affected him to this very day. And I vowed I would never, ever leave him anywhere again. From that day until now, I'll know Leon to leave my yard. Go, take him and him go Europe or do whatever. You wouldn't like, no. And you know, people talk about you who come from inner city, them bad or them this and that. Listen, being poor doesn't make you not be good. Poverty doesn't make you not have class.
Sure.
You understand? And some of the divisions in this country can be broken down through football. When you look at Phoenix and you look at Nicola Bicknell's son, Xander, yeah, he comes from a family that is one of the richest, and I mean the Bicknells and the McConnells, yeah, going all the way back to Appleton days,
yeah,
right? Wealthy. But when you see him with his Phoenix brothers and the love that they have for each other, and some man come from down on Arnett, Some man come from Tivoli, some man come from Jonestown, Rumour, Portmore, Cherry Garden, wherever, but it's one Phoenix, one order.
Yeah.
If you touch one away, you touch everybody. You understand? It has broken down barriers that existed before.
That's true.
You had kids, I feel so sorry for some of those kids that come from uptown that don't know how halfway 3 o'clock look like. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And it is sad that many of them will grow up and end up going into politics or business owners and do not know what the inner city look like, do not know the plight of Jamaican kids, Jamaican people. And at the same time, you have kids from the inner city who have life hard and just think that people from uptown don't give a damn about them and don't feel a way for go rob them and kill them and take the money. When you put them together and we realize that we're all just human beings trying to make it on an island. That's what Phoenix does. And I could live, right now I could be with Leon in England easily. I could be in Germany. There's a house we just about to give up in Germany. I could have been in Belgium. We can go get an apartment on the south of the France and cock up my foot and relax. But I'm here. And you ask me if I'm blasted, the resume is sick in the head. I'm here because I love my country. I'm here because I want to see more people advance. I want to see a better way of life. I'm here.
And people are just joining. Craig sent a 52-page resume.
Okay? Anyway, I forgot now because my wife having a little problem. I'm going to check.
Yeah, man, no problem, no problem. Really appreciate you being here, Craig Butler, on the show another time. Thanks for sharing about you cleared up the Leon Bailey situation. And
Leon not going nowhere.
Yeah.
Aston Villa love Leon. Leon love Aston Villa. He will get back to where he needs to be very soon. He's a phoenix. Never die, never give up. Under 20, make sure to call the man them. Dujan Richards, Xander Bittner, Mario Sims, Dante Duncan, Kenaldo Brown.
Duvan. One last question before you cut, Craig. How can we build some amazing fields in Jamaica that is not costly?
Come up a month and see what me do.
Are that not important with the development?
Listen, the worse the field is that you develop on, is the better your skills.
Really?
When we touch England, and the man them touch them carpet there, brother. The man them run like, whoa, the man the ball control look like glue to their foot. Because we used to anticipating, say take a chinks off of that stone, they say don't take care of it. However, what we do at Mona is that every day after training, every player brings me 40 stones. And when they're done, they bring me 40 weeds. And then we throw grass on it, grass seeds, water it a little, throw some sand on it, and we pray to God and ask him to put some rain. If you see how beautiful the field is starting to come up at Mona now, it's unbelievable. If you have 200 people taking up 40 stones, somebody, I think it was Brandon from JC, was over there and saying how level this field is now. And I said, look at the grass, it's growing. All you need to get better fields is people that care and willing to make an effort. Why train on a field every day and complain about the stones? Take them the hell off. Why complain about the grass, not having grass? We live in Jamaica. Go dig up some grass and plant it. It's your field. That's where you train. That's where you develop your players on. Don't ask what people can do to fix your field. And this thing with Jamaica always talking about they have no money and no support and no sponsorship. I never have nothing either. All that you see I've accomplished with Phoenix is on a shoestring budget. Nobody never give me nothing. One man, Eddie Layton. And people as I work together. You think Phoenix is Craig Butler? Touch me and say what happen. Touch me now. Touch a button.
Touch a button.
Try hurt
You
me
don't have
in
no
any
button
way
right
at all.
now, so touch a Nike or a ticket.
Yeah? Just touch Craig Butler and see how much Phoenix people in a Phoenix. Yeah? Yeah? It's years and years of working together to build a better Jamaica.
Yeah,
Thousands of people.
But Brain Drain want to make it clear though, Craig, that he like and support Leon Bailey.
You know. Brain Drain done set him, show him hot already. But I want to make clear, so
I like and support Leon Bailey.
Yeah, you can say that now. Show your real name and then say it. You know what I mean name? Craig Butler. Look at anything you see, is a Craig Butler written there. Not Brain Drain or this, that, or whatever. Be man enough that when you're going to talk, you talk as who you are. That's one thing you'll never find with me. I don't hide behind acronyms or names or Brain Drain. If you like and support Leon Bailey, you should never have said the things you said. You understand? That's the first thing. I'm not a hypocrite, my friend. Have a nice night.
All right. Big up yourself, Craig, and thanks for coming, Joe. Yeah, man. Bless you.
Man.
All right. So, people, there you have it. Craig Butler. The man and mince word, Brain Drain. Brain Drain, they say the man fully dark. Are you going to dig up answers to the Duckland say real name. Hey, people, see real name there. Interesting. No excuse to excel in your circumstances. Yeah, man. Use your name, Brain Drain. Man, just drop the mic, and God. People, no like up the stream before no man. When I move so, what happened tonight? When you just get the content and nobody no want to touch the like button. I saw it nice. Man, put shut on a file 13. So we probably see a different name come up with it. You must stop. Man, to take up 40 stone. Brain Drain, you better take up 41s and zeros, boy. Your name AI. Brain Drain. You have got to look for some ones and zeros and take them up. It's like how the youth them take up the stones off the field and take up the weeds. People, we need 9 more likes to 350. If you haven't liked the video, do it now, man. Quick and fast. I'll be a coof Brain Drain again. Pure coof. Brain Drain. Brain Drain. Why? I tell you, better go for the ones and zeros them. See if them can help you. Hold on. Carvel Francis. I thought it was Brain Drain changing name. Yeah, man, people, big up for yourself. It was an interesting conversation, I tell you. Hey, I tell you. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the sons of God. Yeah. Big up God now, eh? When you find your back against the wall, make sure you stay so all the time, you know. Yeah, man. Brain Drain make it night again, man. Where Chris Cam says CM coach at Medhaven. All right, big up Chris Cam. Well, crank it there about, man. No one yourself. All right, people, respect for the 350 likes, and you can get it up to 400, you know, because some of you are here that have not liked the video. And me hear a lot of ways say that the man have ego. Listen to me. All women have ego. Everybody have ego here. Every single one of us have ego. They say, God bless you. The hits, the way brain drain getting and the jobs we him get from Kirk, you know. Him turn Christian right away, man. Transformation take place. I said the word of the day, hubris. John was there. Hubris is the word of the day. And just so you understand, I never me Kirk did that talk about it, the resume thing. Yeah? It was the JFF who probably had asked him for a resume. And he said he sent a 52 pages resume. And that wasn't even quarter. Yeah, man, he said that he wants to move Maggie in the summer. Or he didn't say the summer, but he said the next transfer window, which essentially is the summer. So let's see where he'll be going. And he said that team is owned by a particular set of people who wanted their players to get out. All right, that's hence the reason why they were playing. Big up to the Richest Roots boss, Richest Sorrel Roots, Richest, a true Jamaican experience. Yeah, people mistake confidence for arrogance. Why? And sometimes when you reach a certain place, still enough, if you want to be that individual because of your personality and you choose to be that because of what you'd have achieved, why? I am not going to be the one to say man arrogant. Big deal, Len. Big up yourself. The update on Leon Bailey is that he's not going anywhere. Now leave Aston Villa. So, Len, that's what is happening. And if you're just coming, people, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Yeah, man, hit the like button. Hit that like button. Thanks to the people that were tuning in. Hey, the show full up from about 7:15 thereabout. And we have to respect Craig Butler. He was on time. Everything. You know what I mean? So big up to Craig. Man, start the interview from him in I'm car or drive home from training. Yeah, man. So we need to call for Jerry Miller. Yeah, man. We need to call for Jerry Miller. Ragnam Clark, big up yourself. Big up the people over Facebook. Thanks to the persons from Facebook who tuned in as well. And big up some other people. I'll call them names still, but big them up same with them. They know what I'm talking. No fresh. Not go on there, sir. Not a thing no go on as a fresh. Yeah, man, it from his car doing a soup and crackers dinner, also full interview. Coach, you full of exclusive, no joke. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, we try everything, you know. So, one at a time, the soup all bun the boss. Where's the flex? Are that go on? Why, brain drain? You have to go easy. Anyway, you depend. I see as of tonight, brain drain. You have to roll. Hey, brain drain, you have to roll out to the real name. The next stream we see you on, you have to have your real name, brain drain. And you have to put brain drain in bracket so that we know it's you. So after a while, you can just remove the bracket. So brain drain, that's your assignment. Yeah, that's your assignment. That's your assignment. With Claudine, so now make people more sure she have to say her opinion. I'll say then at CD, the man is a narcissistic. A lot of people believe that Claudine, we can't fight somebody on their opinion. I can't. Yeah, that's your opinion. So we can't fight upon that. A lot of people think that way, but coaches, there's 52 pages. Yep, him underqualified for Brazil, overqualified to coach Jamaica. And that me did say one time here, the resume thing. 52 page, that means they're overqualified and not give a job. Arrogant with record of successful development, or Mr. Nice Guy with never develop nobody. Choose. The farmer you have to choose Jamaican good. Big up yourself. Paper plate, big up yourself. I said I support Leon, just the truth. You sure, Brain? Alright, well, when you see Craig start, put on the punches on you. Yeah, Dantes, I think I remember that. Claudine, how the man not see on over independent diva female can't deal with strong men. Game hot. Are the Lakers match you attack, Dre? Yeah, man, big up yourself, Cranky. Yeah, man, big up Cranky every time, man. Yeah, man. You know, the work sphere change now, you know, so man, I feel out and up and about doing work, you know. So big up Cranky anyway. Coach, I love every moment of the interview. We want some more people like him. Yeah, man. That's hard to find still. Yeah, man. So like up the stream before you leave, people. If we can get it to 400, that would be great. Like up the stream. Let me check how much we have on it right now. $367. Can I get 33 more likes, people? Yeah, man. I just 33 more now. Big up yourself, Andrew Nichols. Yeah, man. No, I did not want Leon to watch the show and believe he was not being supported. PSD dash for the match today. PSG, remember say Pochettino coach now. That's why probably if that man come from Manchester United, I'm going to resign, you know. I'm going to resign from my post as Manchester United. I can't tell you what post I hold there. Yeah, but yeah, man. No Pochettino. No Pochettino. No Pochettino. No Pochettino. Big up the Richest Roots boss again. Supporting the coach's desk. Hey, fresh. No bother with that, you know. Cause me have to go block your road, you know. And the ear space, you know. Can't walk. Cannot walk. $120. What? Who they playing? I'm gonna check it myself, cause when them match are reaching them time, I know. The man now go talk, you know. Rockets they playing. I tell you, we don't want no Pochettino, Virgin. Pochettino, man. Long time, I tell me some need to go England, you know, because them something they need to stop. Coach him never need to send 52 pages of him. Him could have just sent 2 Messi and 1 Christie signed. Madrid not better than PSG in terms of caliber of players. Benzema beat PSG. His name is Artificial Intelligence. Me say, we want to see brain drain come with in real name and in bracket, brain drain. All right, people, we'll call it a night, you know. And again, respect to all the people who stuck it out while we're over here talking to the Phoenix boss, Craig Butler. You know what I mean? So, big up on yourself, people. Thanks again for tuning in. Stay safe. All right, the weekend TripleTreat, you know. We might be late some of the nights, you know. Yeah, man, we might be late some of the nights on the weekend TripleTreat. So, yeah, we might be late. 400 likes, man, come on. Yeah, man, run it up to 400. How much you reach now, Fresh? How much you need before 400? We might come on late on the TripleTreat this weekend. So bear with us. We have other things to take care of, so we might come on late. Yeah? So understand. Big up to Brain Drain on that super chat. 377, 22 more, 23 more. Big up to Brain Drain on that super chat. All right, so as you exit, ensure you hit the like button, people. It was a good look of vibes on the stream. Yeah, man, big up on yourself. Everybody. Even the persons who did not comment, big up yourself. We appreciate you.
Richest Roots drink works for menstrual cramps and pain, migraines, fatigue, stress and tiredness, sinusitis, builds immune defense, bloating, enhances male bedroom prowess, and Richest Sorrel Roots drink works against all types of cancers and tumors, memory loss, high cholesterol, insomnia, nervous issues, flu, and many other illnesses. For your Richest Roots drink and Richest Sorrel Roots drink, contact us now via WhatsApp at 876-528-9534. Richest Roots drink and Richest Sorrel Roots drink. Richest, a true Jamaican experience.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.